Bosuo who the feeling good. Me who the many agina. Yeah, not there, your pan your friend no say feeling bum. When I'm in America, I listen to Unity Radio.
Anyway, yeah, you poor boss, will be in a TV trace or catch any pana or soon night we company for no. Quadron Mahama or catch and Sabani, the come near before the toy. So we can go to TV three kind. So, Mahama Nakacha and said, the come near before and a toy. As I come and I also catch and said, a come near before, so I know Banoa, the come near before Bessa 20. Can't turn and out once or back, that's why I'm really here. A come near before, no, the pump Mahama, ain't been at the pump.
That in Lumba here, a Shamiba America, USA, Minya Baby and TSA Unity Radio.
Communication tax increasing. But your caller credit, but you also abandon tax and tax net as Nabana Atom.
Oh, and you are buying 1 year, who better Kakra.
Before and Ra.
A buyer, 1 year, who better Kakra, yet to your home better Kakra, who better. Come on, find him for 1 year, you better Kakra. You must send your being Ghana. A school for the was sent every squad and there, Omania Dumai. A bad time in the Bible coach could be we are not certain in China. A Jumani. That's a tax when I said we are so. None of your coy and I say, you're back. A German, just saw him in person of them which. In time of Germany. So to your matter, Casabon, where me and call me person, man. Women is over them. I want to say, what's our women is over them anyhow? Homo Rigi budget, what will be another many.
Where your big Joe Fraser, y'all, me say Unity Radio.
And that's the video we do. Some people are saying, no, Kasa. You have to be careful. And yes, I'll bring the party down complete. If I bring the video, let's open your gun and eat Bakupe at Wabamaya. What Anas did, as far back as 8th of February 2018, Anas as city ministers in
Unity Radio, Edikan for great ye.
Why, deputy minister? What's our minister? What's our vice? Vice never a president. We are so called president. And son, I was say, yes, I'm a two swabber. As I'm a president. The one and will be our president again. Be Africa from a pencil. Will be to me road yet. Could be a different road yet. After the last time I candidate, after pass, I didn't mean that to a what the purpose I never did my way, never pay wherever a candidate. But I didn't buy it.
Unity Radio, Edikan for great ye.
The year the city has appreciated in value. When we came in, it was running. Essentially, we have arrested it. and the IGP has the keys. He's locked it up. We've arrested.
Yani Edamuno. Who's Tabonte so? Obiet Unity Radio.
Nayawada. Asaye meeting from. I think just say from nowhere. I feel the enkoti say Gabi Ochirida couldn't the meeting as I radio. So I don't know because no.
Who chairman Shasi? Now Pesoya finance minister.
No, a dear profit in the Bebremi.
So Pesoya finance minister.
Many finance minister.
Maybe I'll go read the first budget. I out there.
Oh, we are card in Boom. Not
up to
who say man no day, man day Ankasa. Unity Radio, Yabane Yaba, ba Yawa.
Remember, someone meets me in this one. They call Rupian because someone can say, we do the Babette petrol, so who do also another petrol, and a cost. The Babette near my soul is a Bama Yafo. There's one brass of grad in Yafo there, one, and then only cake once in the year.
Hey, unity, and Kabum Kwa.
We don't have to borrow money from anywhere. Just tool the various sections of the road and we'll raise the money to do the roads in Ghana.
ebehuru bebree ebehim bebree amanfo be tonton sansan nanso menka nada upe asenim kiremu dia eno ani Unity Radio
Nkwasiafo pa mo jimi MPP for jimi me will be stupid people. I don't know why I belong to that political party.
Sene me hu bia munyai me misi munyai me just your boy J Stone live on Unity Radio.
Ya mobo wo Ghana. Eti sika so o menye ohia mai. Nenam amamu a enkoyie enti no. Ekomde.
Hey, Unity Radio edikanfo create
NDC boarding in Ghana. Samia, me pe ejuma, ama ya mike ni ya mabawa no. Me ba be chanka na nzemu. Nukura bako eni mukra kwa. Enye nukura ne, enye nukura oksa. Afro pese, NDC 4%.
Ghana way yadin sampanam en kabomu ye enunti ubetie Unity Radio eyen kabomu kwa
in the MPP say ubi free ha and ubi free ha say MPP for the movie should not the madam pro I can brass society mama not the be say that is allegation against them mo kasa akra na che say man fa nyidi ama party yen kan kro 1998 2008 right. Dr. Baumia no any member of the party. In fact, on the party near the year, because then General Secretary Ohinto, me cry the boy me charge say mama waiver. Me cry na me boy party bo. O man waiver because constitution says who need 5 years of party no you cannot be on the ticket. But a blue and a warmer president candidate Akufo-Addo. I was there me call national council meeting honestly be me ni see. President Akufo was the president. Into another nomination by kasa kakra say into nipa bebre party won bia yes there be una candidate nipa open no you be respect into general secretary ma waiver what is obi the boy no ko do that was the biggest waiver in na me waiver me dey boan crofo mo ho a kire say boy o tachi man atunsu aside gu no so oni scanti me say o ene mentua wa bre for party e no credit boy me ko do so enti obi ka say ye use obi adam na menti ase straight from say one member of the party me I my card straight to number 2 hey I say I had the amount now vice president of the republic is a big position as a we now and do political career like that so then you go pass enti menti you have to seek a step further me kasa but fa any die any nase emenyame say what do I could do baby kese pa we wiase from nowhere from 2008 and now you remember as you say yes I saw you 5 years and any big position that's the amount so them John and it's a party na no edin sa put your constitution ama general secretary aye card amount aye waiver amount you know what you say
anada ho no empanfo se enipa da sane hu donti anaboa kama di na chi kwa beso na nyansanfuo se yensem pa na abese wutie dia ene e wusta bonte so ha onua ya sanse Unity Radio ho na nsem no hwegu
Elizato. Stupidity is when you have a beautiful wife and kids at home and still receiving insult from a small girl called your side chick. Elizato. Your wife will be naked, she won't look sexy to you. But ordinary bra of a strange girl, you'll be shouting wow wow like ambulance. Man, what's really the color of your problem? Elizato. It is only in Africa women respect men of God more than their husbands. Elizato. Sometimes your ex asks you money just to see if you are still in the same situation she left you in. Elizato. It is better to be a lonely lion than a popular sheep. Elizato. If your brother is so generous to your family after marriage, thank his wife. Elizato. The fact that all birds can fly does not mean that every bird have equal feathers. Elizato. Rumors are carried by enemies, spread by ignorant and accepted by fools. Elizato. Never judge someone based on a season. One season David was a shepherd, the next season he was a king. One season Ruth was working in the field, the next season she was owning the same field. One season Mordecai was sitting outside the king's palace, The next season, he was inside the palace. We serve God who turns things around. God of unmerited favor.
Elizato.
Being dumped by a broke man is like being discharged from the hospital.
Elizato.
If you want respect in life, make money. Nobody is interested in your age.
Elizato.
Every man thinks every woman's dream is to find the perfect man. Please, every woman's dream is to eat without getting fat.
Elizato.
Whenever I see a snake on TV, I immediately switch the TV off. I hate him. That reminds me of my ex.
Elizato.
My brother, hustle so that you wouldn't come and wait for your children to sleep before you touch your wife.
Elizato.
Dating a Jehovah's Witness is pure gold. No Valentine, no Christmas, no birthday. You will only buy hair, umbrella, and sandals.
Elizato.
Thank you very much, my brother.
Elizato.
Thank you very much, my brother.
Sungovodia menadao yɛde Ghana bepie mu abrokyire wopɛnsɛm a ɛkɔ so wɔ afisɛm a wopɛnsɛm a ɛkɔ so wɔ Ghana ɛne onua babia wobetia ne Unity Radio yɛkura mu sɛ twe
Wala to try to.
Masha ho bono se ma wo so na mo fiti wana ma ba betena.
Oh to so me yedai. Asema na boso kan so na mo dia.
Ma bia mama.
Ya bo bia mama. Also man no bo asema na boso kan. So David ani mo so ya ma to.
Yo kan ko.
Ani me ko ho.
Wo pusha mo mo show.
Me ko ho.
Mo mo show.
So ya me tiam.
Wo be tia de be mu. Wo ni na tie ntia mo mo bi mama.
E mo we ni mo mama. Ya mo ye ni so ti be ba mo. Ye ni so ti be ba mo. Ko ti blue.
Mam eba
na say
me ko toilet ne so bla ye toilet bia ne krom ha say ana me se me kwa toilet ne so me dua na blaze su ne bia me koto pa ho no so da kan ha wona ye adan sa toilet de bia ne me ma koto so na be ma se su ni mo toilet krom ka say krom ka ka nyina toilet ene e fan ya wo hoyi e ma ne me nyina ne toilet ba ko so me koto ya na so ba koto me nchen adan nchen na ye sa e ta me ne ko sa toilet ko no
de je say me ko toilet so me so afo so de me eba sa me so menya dai o so me so tranche na me so menia na mo ko tonje ono nu afusi ade ma ba ton so na me so menya dai me ba so to se ba ko be mi nyina mi ningum ho mi timi ningum sa o ko to so ba no esi nchan so ko te se abrim pia so ani
na se eduru bebe e me ma no mo hyeda e na mo hu se ma na ekwa na mo koso bi ana
dabi ebu ha o enza to tele se to de bia e kef du bu kef na ba ni so na to o so to te de Untimi ni ngo ho. O say de o go to bie.
Obi a toilet de wo de na wa de koso na se toilet ne do.
Toilet de me ko akọ ne ya. Ya kef. Toilet de ye si bia ye bu de kef. Ne atare nchen sei. Ndu bu kef na oba na sisi we.
Na so mo kure ma ne ha bo.
E ma ne ha yai. What is your toilet so si e ba ko pe. E fa ni nkwankwa ne. O ba ko no oba si so no me si so. So what is ndi toilet de enyu mu nkwa de enyina enyu mu nya ni abom. Comme nous besie abana ntima besi bia ma enum manisa
ane ye kanya yemwa se pimpim de he ase tresen mumusu da ya ehyenitirim mumutirim asem Unity Radio nkwa na enim Unity Radio ya gibe bia boso Unity Radio edikanfo create
Asampa yetia obanyansafo so omunye wonka na asam te mafutu sam kakre wa supeme yo kofi omani ya woman omani ya mama ni baby ako watata ya wareni wonsom wanini pa asade pa wo fe oye Yama yembera ye, ebe ya ifuyaba. Ama ya umano, ama ya memana. Ati waye nora, nyamichata, yemana renya.
Wosom,
wanyinyi pa,
sawanya.
Wanabe.
Yamo yembira ye. Brand na wife rough. Ene de wanya bia wunya biem kenkalusha. Ene se wanya bia wunya biem. Ene de na mvama. say Ken Kalusha nya bia onya bie ma so repani kofie je abuja for mama atin ya mama ajo ya mama akwa in your respective time zone and share on your ma ya tena se Unity Radio 103.9 Anopa Bosuo Ebraso say de bremo nenso ye be koye man Ghana as usual and some etwa go politically, economically, socially, religiously, entertainment wise, everything news and I bobo ano de bremo anopa bia na Ken Kalusha atenase na ene wo hwe se de o de pencil chro na just obey editing more so ko ba bi na hu so bi de pencil chro na just obey editing because a mistake anu I raise manu cho su kra pencil nti na minim editors nkwa na wo fia ha Manucho Magandi Gaucho Margarita La Molina Mempeme Wansa Musta Massachusetts Monovia Ediebiem Kra Master Jesus What can I say Ken Kalusha and then if you have best costume Ken Kalusha or dress it papa no why if it's searching police said ne Ken Kalusha nyabia onya bio said ne we nyabia so we be cry ne so onya bi ka ho asori pani say no wow stampo so Manu akwaba da apom to say
you go so
where who Kalusha
good
the what describe no
it's up to scratch. I mean up there with the upness
my projecting on the screen
exactly
Manu Shano no more Ken Kalusha who ya efe
he exemplifies a New Yorker one I know say New York onimu yo mo
kala kakra na nkwa na order camera ni so
amushamu otiti mabrabo cardigan na
e metete wa brabo say me how I say me how me bo abaso so me how ne say odi na ya yen how
exactly
masaka kire de na ya yen
how brabo mo mi say go mo mi bo tete
akiri bobo
so
you looking cute now uko interview or Open city councilor be now my city adwuma bi na uko ya
we ba na say ye ba besum ye man at times they be na ba we three be say ye ba na look smart
yeah enra obi say wabodwe se no kotremo ho menyi obi o ti show no bi ka say wabodwe se o ti se no ka wasa
mam skan ko ye
anya no so follow ho
so I dey catch you
follow ayo papa say aminim so aba adwuma dia ne maame afiri enti wo frɛ no kra na say oni adwuma mu na akofie bi
yo mati
say you dey wa onipa manu choso no mayo
ominim ne kwame
ayo kwame ne nua kwame ne maame afiri enti say kwame ani abre Ghana enti ebedi na otwe da wa ha ayo papa or say ayo brother
you should have a condolence.
Yeah, condolences. Are you a date no? Minim Kalusha wanya date no?
Minya date no. No man almost be fair enko. It is oti enka no mo dia na.
No me why you number? Why you number? You be to me afre no. Oye nua unse he serves the community near NATO radio no so. Are you crowd wakasa radio so da? Na are you papa?
No man wo no wasesa no.
Me why you new number?
New number.
Minim say no ade abarem say no
was sending you be about wrestling bia na say no
I mean the chat no akra
okay
nti mamen try here ba manucho
yes
then ekoso
oh nothing much. I mean it's a wonderful beautiful Wednesday morning. I mean great weather.
Obi tuminya charting athletic channel 43702 now it's in the team yeah when any pakro ya adwene
oh no I mean it's maybe by their own lofty standards. I mean they've gone like 10 11 matches unbeaten. I mean Saturday will be the crowning moment. They have to face City early kick-off 7:30 American time. I mean I'm supporting United with 2 fishes and 7 loaves of bread. My contribution last time I supported Chelsea with cement and some iron rods. Some committing the Korea Cathedral and against City and it didn't work. This I'm no more maybe the weight was too much on them. Into United they made the 2 fishes and 5 loaves of bread so that they can turn them into maybe they can feed 5,000 men with it. Exactly. I mean you can't miss it. 7:30 a.m. I mean it's a big game.
And the City game moment Canada. City boss Southampton and the Carling Cup.
And
Send on a United born ra. I was share almost ye.
Yeah, because I jumped the gun because I think the biggest test is City.
First match, almost 6.
Yeah, 6-3.
So much me 6 Saturday. And the money any can say early kickoff.
Yeah, 7:30 a.m. I mean, I did be no City at the match because he had permanent interest. He interest in this game, and every Arsenal fan supporting United with all our might and will forevermore. I said Ghana national anthem.
Manchester United was 6 points to lose. Maniaba, I'm sorry, you might not like it, but I mean City Besha Manchester United.
There's no way United will beat City. Now, when
City Besha United.
That's what you think.
And you said that is what I think. That is what will happen.
Woto.
City Besha United and Arsenal Besha United. United was 6 points to lose.
Yeah, I mean, I'll when we get to the. But for now, that bridge, I'm not there yet. I'm still hovering around with Bridgeport. Michelle Andrew, New York, Papanti. About the game, no. United City, I think is the biggest game that you are waiting for. But once United, the last 10-11 games, someone lose here. They've been on fantastic.
Omo winning 7, and Rakawa 8.
No, yeah, so they are on fire. Oh, whichever way.
And Madame Fubika Sembi say, Unim favors are United in Kwao because Carling Cup, Chelsea cry FA Cup. Yako final the last 3 years.
Yes.
By a parent no. And can say in your favorable because here near final to assume in your first team Man City.
Wow.
Carling Cup. Yako final last year. Your first team Man City.
Now the Muslim City
No, you can't. Some say fair draw. United.
But United City is also a name of a team.
It is, but I don't know what they say.
Nobody said Muslim Muslim.
I
know. I'm surprised.
No. And yes,
for me, cities like Oxford.
No, they're both competition. Our lower tier teams can win.
Lower tier.
No, yes, practice. I say,
yeah, okay.
Odin Ketuano, a pempema Cassiano, na Cassiano, Pempem Ketuano to ana competition in Muababe.
Exactly.
But I'm pressing Manchester Nya Trophy Ginty. Na the City Akosia Asna. Na the Liverpool Akosia Chelsea, na kiki bi afirima na Manchester na mon chen.
Exactly.
Onu kwa.
They will not be tired.
Even Premiership teams are Akao Carling Cups in 7.
Exactly.
And
Arsenal
Charlton.
I'm more born one biome. Say yes, they are paired to the nearest 0 because you City.
Yeah.
Which is tough. Now United born.
United but American.
Then no Leicester then who won?
Leicester Newcastle Shom.
Oh, okay. So it's still they still have some good teams.
But Carling Cup 8 teams na Kano.
They had
the only team on championship. Charlton.
Yeah.
And no Manchester United.
Yeah.
Southampton won, Leicester won, Newcastle and no more Oxford near FA Cup.
What can we know?
Carling Cup quarter final.
Oh, okay.
Chelsea first match in Carling Cup City.
Okay.
First match in FA Cup City.
Oh, okay.
But Manchester or more Premiership and Tentenwa and all Basa.
Everybody will meet in City one day. I mean, as much as possible, I postponed it. We'll be sharing City. Oh, and to be the best, you have to beat the best. But I understand. I mean, Chelsea
teams in Ketwanu wom dia FA Cup free share no. Yeah. So even we share Premiership team kran kanya on the coefficient na here.
Yeah.
Inti City got eliminated last season.
Yeah.
Ayine from West Ham. And Liverpool call final. Inti Liverpool say kran no. Anko be share team kese a. But Liverpool kran so mo from
Carling Cup.
I'm with him. Yeah, I'm with him. But Liverpool, Brighton, I'm saying, one of you
City,
City, you more.
Wow.
No, Carling Cup. I share mon name, share City. City share no be share.
Yeah.
You see, Obi call final last year.
Yeah.
Now share. You see, so you see how even the draw is even unfair to Manchester City too.
Yeah.
But after playing Chelsea, then they play Liverpool. But Manchester and share team kase bia no na mafiche sahabo wan no abedu final.
Exactly. Omo dance cornerly. I understand, but I mean every year bia na way.
How can both FA Cup, Chelsea meet City and then Liverpool have also had a taste of City. Arsenal is coming to meet City.
Yeah.
And Manchester and Kwan na mafiche sa.
Yeah. When they pray for some of these things. Maybe you have to add prayers to your fasting to your prayers. But I mean
the City factor, the United factor in England.
Oh yeah.
Ebe free on sebeche.
Over Saturday will be the icing on the cake. Whether they've come of age or there's just a 9-day wonder. But me, me person coming of age. I mean, me man conversing with Nibium. I wish they could just have another good win. No.
So what the Arsenal sentiment is support?
Oh no.
No.
Me the
Wouldn't say Mammy Abamu Ura Wakumum Dada.
Oh,
Frances Munina Ura Wakumum.
I've always been a United fan. I just forgot.
Another one I can say.
Oh yes, I was born bread buttered.
Maganda.
Yeah. From now till Saturday, I'm a born bread buttered United fan. I mean,
but by Arsenal sentiment, I disappointed.
No.
But from next to Saturday, there,
United should do everything possible.
It is in the Bible.
Yeah,
said the whole house no the whole make a just after.
Permanent interest. America has no permanent friends. It depends on what is at stake and what they intend to get out of it. But whichever, it will be a nice game. The city of Manchester will be happy. Well, maybe a draw will be a fair result anyway. But if they should be a
win, person to sub bet. I can't buy. I want to man. I want to go dim.
But City, United will win it.
Well, person to sub bet we money to. Met to bet we will City.
Mr. United will
can't take us as a bema. Yento.
Oh, United. Yebato off camera.
Kaluja. Yebato yezenya zamukaze yento. City besha United. Papa.
Ensida. Never.
You know the thing is I want City not to win the league. I want Arsenal. Honestly speaking, Mempesa Premier League in the bed to say, what can I say? French Farmers League.
Yeah.
Because City aje asaje. Oje to aso me ensan airtime. Esa na enye. Esa Man League ni kra nye as competitive as we see it to be.
Yeah.
I want Arsenal to win the league. Me can say any team apart from United, City, G League na me okay. Me there say United Pabeji. Arsenal, I like it. Arsenal jam me okay. Even Liverpool no crano. Omoji ba ko COVID time no mo ya did.
Yeah.
But I know say Arsenal.
Mom say COVID trophy.
COVID trophy and fan count.
Oma echimba na yeba wo mono they don't know, so they will add it. But we live the moment in there. We know that it was a glorified league. I mean, yeah, banner.
I want Arsenal to win the league, but Saturday we there.
United City. Why you are not confident of this United ride?
No.
United,
I'm not.
United Beshe. I mean,
only Graham Potter by no. So hey.
Yeah.
About how many matches? 9.
Yeah.
9. No, you're
but Ten Hag has had a wavy patch.
But he's coming up. It's going to come again.
Exactly. So that's why it is organic. It's very organic.
It's going to resurface.
It's need organic and a bouncing back. I say your rehash.
It is going to resurface.
Oh no. United should win. United be show mu.
Exactly. Anyway, Yamabusuafo nyina Chibiu mama kwaba sports na ya start no. But na weather no say the Manucho say just say there.
Very cold.
And awum.
Yes. A season for planting, I mean. A planting season. Wet areas. Make sure your seeds fall into wet areas.
Manucho, you do a chair.
Kalusha, if the place is dry, there's a possibility that the seed will not germinate. Into we sow seed, and make sure the holes are wet before you put in the seed. It's very, very important so that at least they can germinate for you to get a very bumpy harvest. But this is I resign.
Yeah.
Oh yes. I thought it was a joke. I thought it was a joke, so I wanted to be sure.
No, it's sure. It's on Facebook feed, no crap.
Oh, okay. I put
it
story.
There, yeah.
Oh wow, that's interesting. So make sure you plant in very cold and wet areas.
According to the forecast, and January 11th.
Yes.
Like a few days, now my birthday ball.
Wow.
I'm a January born.
Okay, party.
Yes, maybe I was born to come to Abuchi.
Exactly.
It's January now, home Abuchi. Ghana na Hamatan. Me yenu SKF. So no SKF.
Yeah, man. By name.
SKF for Ghana. Me nene kasa no peno kasa chale Hamatan ni crazy like. I so dusty. On the Ghana Hamatan.
Extreme weather.
Also hroka 2 minutes man futura sign.
Well, Ghana no what's my is very, very bad.
And not temperature no a year
35, 36.
39 was maximum.
Yes.
But then maximum I been at 31, and even that it will be around 2 p.m. The weather is going to be cold.
Yeah, extremely cold.
Right now, and we are not sunny. I bet sunny, so I copy me 11. From 12 Corona partly cloudy. mostly cloudy. By 2 p.m., 3 p.m. it's going to be mostly cloudy, and then 4 p.m. cloudy. Temperature lowest I been at 27, maximum at 31. Right now at 25. And it doesn't even feel like it. It feels like 21. Even though it's 25 right now, it feels like 21. Mr. Upia Shisha now I almost fell victim of it. Now me who's I was an me chest. You know, until you don't want to catch any pneumonia and cold beer until upia Mr. Wasisi Huye and that is how it is. I know any weather I did wrong. Sportingly, like I said, Dream Africa Market, 369 Bencode Street, Dream Africa Market. Now that woman, any weather report, bro, say, and then upage baby dija, Paul Awamantem was here the camfo. Niaba, a fear bounce near day, and ye Dream Africa Market, and your man for ye aquaba promotion. Nti Brabedu Janina, South Lincoln Village, Plantation Street, West Boyston, Ghost Star Boulevard area, Honia, and your brad Dream Africa Market, 369 Bencote Street, 369 Bencote Street, Dream Africa Market, Dream Africa Market. Ena ubehuyen 369 Bencote Street, Omotayechi, ena edijumedi ebron. Quickly, yen sporting news kakra na afi yen toaso na yemfa ensem no so emremo na yetie eni se ameno we kasai se ohwe eye Ghana Black Stars omuguso enchekra na yebenya new coach said ya aka no na nipa bebiri ahya ase kasa se Ghana adwuma no empanimfo nhwe na omunyi coach oye ade obetumi aboa ama Ghana so atumi ediye na Black Stars adwuma da bia de ma coacha na yapamno no so yentumi enya coacha yebegyae no nsa na yi ni safri bibia ho na yamano aye adwuma na eno no da nchen a ye kan Black Stars asem no na owura friend say Jonathan Mensah enim say former Black Stars defender awusi akan wa America Crodium ha asem odi atodwa ne say ye kan ball pa ene ewiase nyina player oye defensive midfielder onim ball ba Thomas Tay Partey ti Jonathan Mensah say already Thomas Tay Partey as the best defensive midfielder in the world. Over Casemiro, over Rodri, over everybody. Wow. I know any someone Jonathan Mensah Eddie Atu Ija say ono any best defensive midfielder say ne pass say a kanokra and someone also Eddie Ababetu Ija eno Ghana Premier League ayebono aye asresem chese wo hwe league ayeba supporters Mapak league na nwene ne se aye bibia ho eno na Ghana Football Association kasamafo Henry Chum Asante na Henry waba akokra pa o ni tiri hu nyina na pa na mi hu ni mfoni kura na mi hu no Henry Chum Asante ablem low attendance of the Premier League no on poor officiating. Any investigative journalist Anas Armia Anas expose on Ghana football. But the question is if Anas didn't do that expose and Kao very much Chuma Asante Kao ye Facebook spacing because I know the pushy the old regime Ibrahim Sani Dara and another Piero communication. But anyway, I know he refuses to blame the FA. Yeah. What's the number one? Officiating. And number two, Anas expose. And on Ghana League and attendance now poor.
I'm happy he says that. I mean, I'll come to him.
If I say officiating is not part of the poor attendance challenges, then I'm telling lies. It is a major issue. The history of the game with Anas number 12 expose is still in the minds of the people. That is also one of the problems. In Tiano Edia, Chumberima, Edia Tuja, say Ghana Premier League na inipa memeshano. Anas expose any officiating. Eno ena ama a league no IBB oha anwene ne se asisiano ase obia nso so enhwano Jojo Walacott Ghana Abrante na Senkoko World Cup but when to me anko yebeka ya ebetodwa say Abrante no eyade a wepra exclusive reporter Unity Sports Desk yensa ka kire say Abrante no ye remove the injured finger as he undergoes surgery nti sesi ano or surgery unse on the team na boy no ana Senko tumi ginem Ejiding, but when to me, Amobi, Charlton Athletic, Omani United game, no, but when to me, Amobi, na eno ena sesia no ne team no de aba beto dwa say abrantia no has had the wire removed from his finger and that's gone well nti wire surgery ewo ne nsa na odi iprai no so eso na che say eno so any good news aba wire successful surgery eno so sisi bibia so ekoso Accra to folk enso atumi assign a teenager friend of Clinton Apia from lower tier side from Lazio FC according to phobianews.com. Now Abrante already 17 years. Abrante Ocean Power we was already 17 there anyway. We're joining 21-time Ghanaian champions on a 5-year contract. Almost silly deal no a year enra Tuesday or your offensive midfielder. Now he's expected to go straight into AS Lazio Matis first team squad. Trainer is so keen on rebuilding a youthful side for the club and also any transfer market in Ghana asama etumi abawuramu ede ababetu ijwa na and also edia ekosonso ewo ho enso eno no Ghana Premier League King Kalusha ebe fixtures ni ready na matches there be Premier League action midweek when the 2022-23 football season enters week 12 nti Kalubeye fixtures ni na ready na wamaye hu hwan ena ebo ewia na ode no ato aso e de amai but ebreni nti enkohwe amano ne nso de kakra yaboabo no the big news and is Chelsea are signing Atletico Madrid Abrante friends João Felix on loan for the rest of the season. Sika ebepie mo no 9.7 million pounds sterling. And Chelsea tuade ama Atletico Madrid. And Abrante no so gi 280,000 euros. And also enyina gu Chelsea so a na otwi bia omu ebetua sa sika no ede ama Abrante friend João Felix. Nti oma cover the wages ni na fully. And oma say tua loan fee of 9.7 million ede ama Atletico Madrid. Na and also dia etumi akosonso ewo ho eno no enra said na make no Carling Cup matches anase Carabao said e kan no edu semi final quarter final sorry na enra ebi mu eboy nyame ya adoma ene enso ebi ebekoso na said the results no esi ekowie enie Manchester United enra omutumi edi nkunim ehye Charlton Athletic eka miensa Emma Charlton entumi ante eka no ba akokra sanso na Newcastle United enra sita bia Jamie Vardy Messi ya no every say ball ba ekra menye sure say bia sida omo enso tena ho ma Newcastle ehye o meka mienu a omo entumi ante eka no mu ba akokra nyame ya adoma eye ene France the Ombebo League midweek action Ajaccio any Reims Auxerre need Toulouse Brest any Lille Clermont any Rennes Nantes any Lyon Lorraine any Monaco Nice any Montpellier PSG ni Angers Strasbourg any Lens Troyes any Marseille into the entire 20 team league na ubi a ball match ewo France midweek league matches omo ebo ewo France but oko England omo ebebo League Cup anase Carabao Cup Nottingham Forest any Wolverhampton Wanderers and 245 and Southampton St Mary's and Koye kra omo be host to team of the moment Manchester City. Now oko Spain so Spain omo ebo the Spanish Super Cup Real Madrid and Valencia and so edbebo so and only 2 p.m. and that game no so ekoso oko Italia and Coppa Italia and so ekoso AC Milan and Torino and so na ede ebe pim so and so ho nti ene fixtures ewo ho footballing fixtures ewo ho and so eno no afa yenkohwe huhu kakra nso aba na yemfa ebi emamo Real Madrid epese omo signing Hurricane for next season according to Todo Figaches omo kire se omo adwene nyina ne se omo ede ne be replace Abrante fan se Karim Benzema na reporter ababeto dwa kire se Abrante contract be run 2024 na obetumi akosto up to 100 million euros eti say Abrante Mudrik as na pen no pepepe which will be like 88.3 million pounds sterling. Na no na report say Real Madrid se kwan bia so omo ekofa Jude Bellingham no ma kofa Abrante Hurricane and so abaye Karim Benzema a replacement. Poland are approaching former Rangers any Aston Villa boss Steven Gerrard say omra meye omo a new manager and also any ensamwa ababeto dwa ti Poland omo per national team coach foforo na Steven Gerrard ɛna ɔmo approaching no Chelsea ɛnso ɛne Tottenham ɛde abo ani dendenden ɔmo ɛpɛ Spain defender ɛfɛ no Pedro Porro this month according to 90 minutes Kuwa Krata no almost at the same time Spurs are in a move for Sporting Lisbon Abrantier no dendenden na ɔmo Chelsea sika ebetumi apiem ne 36.7 million pounds sterling to Chelsea Tottenham fighting for Pedro Porro. Besiktas also agree ɔmo accepted 2.7 million pounds sterling for a year the transfer of Netherlands striker Fano Wout Weghorst 30 years. Munim say Abrantier nankasa original no or Burnley for player and a Burnley did not call loan ɛwɔ Besiktas nti Besiktas for a terminity loan ɔmo so ɔmo mpene nti ɔmo bɛgiska nti ɛno nanka ɛyɛ scooper deal no but finally unze anura boy no kraka sɛ kɔno abetu ne botum atue ska no but ska no neso nti finally Manchester United for atiase and team no accept. Initially they were looking for a bigger money but Roma can be see 2.7 million pounds sterling ombesa cover and it is Chelsea deal na my year for João Felix Nebi but just say we see Kanusha because unze already the stature of the player now undo João Felix nti no 2.7 million to see the deal and everything is almost completed. Mauricio Pochettino say ono there oni Ghana ni Abrantier the obonyu my friends one corner friends patapa oni patapa nyom no e na se Raimo ni nyina ne say ono de ohya no one corner na emompa ya ogba ne say Graham Potter onko so an lusu na yempam no yepam no ano afre Todd Bowley say maza me England bisa Tottenham omo basoro nyina mi enam so metumi aye adwuma no papa eno eye Kuwa Krata friend the son or say Mauricio Pochettino will be interested in the Chelsea job if they sack Graham Potter eno ene de ene ono so edi ababetu ijwa Leicester City no omuntu player because financial fair play no na achi omo but Gianluca Di Marzio edi abetu jwa say afi de omo de mani ache Fiorentina omo Argentina forward our friend say Nico Gonzalez until Leicester for we say the econo omo nhwe ya relegation crab tumi akwakoche omo ti omo pe Argentine player who plays for Fiorentina friend no Nico Gonzalez according to Gianluca Di Marzio na eno so ede no na Southampton for so say there say the team see conform into omo pe Man City Academy boss friend no Jason Walker say omra me omo new director of football na ontumi en scout players momo na ontumi chichi nkwala no catch them young no matumi ayomo dia forever and also any ensama efi Southampton and so aso etumi ababetudwa Abrantier friend say Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang as former Arsenal, Barcelona and now Chelsea player exclusive report just say Obaba sign out Spain with the report linking him with Atletico Madrid according to sources which say Atletico Madrid for some year keen say ombenya Memphis Depay and I say Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang mubako no babisi akan edi ama omo na eno so dia ababeto idwa enso so ewo ho eno nti Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang he said dia oye dan ewo Chelsea na eno so eden sanso ena Barcelona winger friend say Rafinha manu chuna make na asemi Barcelona for say on pese omo ton Abrantier ni ten mansa na ka ba ho na say nkomo na omo ko share dem die no AC Milan for ate na no exclusively one football the aba say AC Milan are weighing up a summer move for 58 million euro for Barcelona winger Rafinha also much as you boys you jay any you deal na me more call La Liga so me catch na my player me catch say Rafinha no onye super player bia but just say Chelsea players no aye wono oba na aggressiveness ni adem na maybe betimi about call Barcelona nkoye they say Dembele there so unim say ayi Xabi
Alonso.
No, Hernandez.
Xabi Hernandez.
Or say two players. Just two players. El Barcelona no be untouchable. Dembele and Lewandowski. The players me no be untouchables. Two pair. Dembele and Lewandowski. And Tianoso Edia. Mon former midfielder Matteo Guendouzi. Aston Villa for say more than 40 million euro. Ekwa kopeno. Then omani abrepa enti anonso ene ensema Barcelona enra me catch say baby be bia no motata ya o say ya to mo Mudrik ho enti ene João Felix
ya bia woni
the master Barcelona after the final almost show more interest in Thuram they say I mean say Chelsea beat me nya Thuram yeah Thuram krona no krano enye Chelsea nkwa kran so ena na epe no yeah but Barcelona officially said almost your interest almost show me interest omunya Thuram na omu epe now bad news about and it's Chelsea man team you know mu pray Raheem Sterling and Christian Pulisic according to coach Graham Potter especially with Christian Pulisic I see he's going to be out for so many weeks nti obetumi achepa anzana waba months cry nye weeks nti couple of months and also edie no but Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang ye fit obetumi return against Fulham na and also edie no name bad news ni say Pulisic no news on Raheem Sterling Sterling's injury could be worse. Okay, Ebreninti yemfansia na memamo akwanya na yembabam na yenko. How many minutes for each? 10 year okay. Me kase mi wi afaka ho. Local league send na ombo. Ombo midweek matches nti Ghana league no ha.
Matches come start that.
Until they are starting no akata my
no started that about 24 minutes.
Yeah, nti o mama
Chelsea ene Carolina FC Obian Shebi. Carolina United Obian Shebi.
Omabo how many minutes?
24 minutes.
24 minutes.
Obiabo 24. And Lagos City any Dream FC Obiasu Shebi. Mediema near Insuatema so the same minutes Obian Shebi. Omabo 29 minutes Obian Shebi. And Samates ne Bechem the Eson started in 10 by scoreline senior by and Tamale City near Santi Kotoko so 27 minutes.
Kotoko Shay.
Obian Shebi.
Oh, you say the Kotoko crowd did.
Kotoko
Tamale City. Kotoko Bohum.
There be Omokwawi.
Oh, Tamale.
The Tamale City. And to a chance for another 3 matches, Beba. Adriana Stars ne Kotoku Royals. Get Olympics ne baby any Gold Stars.
Premier League Party is able to teams in Amagaze.
Retama United ne.
As the Abo Division 1 fixtures.
Retama United ne a car lions so chira.
Okay. Manu, let me start with you. The stories. 10 minutes. To us started 29. 29 by 39 no
a few of interest to me. And I'm so here. I mean, only a few got me agitated. I mean, got my understanding. The rest were just passing through. I think I reach home. I mean, blaming the referees and Anas expose for a low turnout at our Premier League grounds. I think it's a working contradiction. Because I will blame referees, not I will blame Anas expose. I was trying to think through it to rationalize what he's saying. Because if the referees are not doing a good job, that was the reason why Anas had to expose them, so that for sanity to prevail. The last time around there, we make Cassiopoli in Italy. There were a lot of negative bribery and corruption around their game. They sanitized the system and got themselves better. It might not have gotten to the heights. And
Juventus got relegated.
Yeah, even got relegated. Yeah, in a way, before Muni Adenia decided to stay on and bring them back. I mean, one of watershed moments of history for Italian football. So my point is that, was that the reality? Where the referees took us and taking bribes to decide some games? If that is the harsh reality, and the man did an expose. You see, where it makes it a bit odd for me is that because of some of those things then we had to virtually kill our football and revive it again. Mona Mwabano, what are you doing differently to whip up interest for the games? I think Ketokreku together with Akufo-Addo, sometimes they mirror each other for us. There are people change because they want to see positiveness. I mean, things improve. For Ghana football, we all felt that fine. And as there, people have problems with me. I'm one of the believers that Nyantechi should have been allowed to go. Football na yet true. I mean, football is big time. Seblata, Yao Havelange, Michel Platini who say football there. It's one area that there's a cabal which is operating everywhere. Even at this World Cup, you're very truthful to ourselves. You see the cabal working in total, making things, pulling all the strings. So you always need yours in there. So you could have kept our own in there. But save that there. the results that were churning out. I mean, look at May 9th. I mean, 2001, people died because of referee decision. He might have gotten it right, but we all felt that something was basically not right with our game. And for him to come out and say that the referees in Subai in a nice expose there, I think that's why you are now at the helm of affairs. You had the opportunity to be the spokesperson for communications officer for the Blasters because of so you are part of an administration who the onus lies on you to better the lot. It is someone who say the truth is that the football is not attractive. Even win and cry saying. I mean, yet Africa, I say, Egyptian football near there, Morocco near there, how much they are paid. Even South Africa. Sometimes you push the buttons and say that some put their some for near there. Sometimes demeaning, dehumanizing. But the truth is that some of them are doing things right. My administration, I say, where's John Reti? I mean, the impudence, the petulance. Say, where's John Reti GFA? But I want to shift the blame to an Anas who came to do an expose the rot in the system and poor referee decisions. Referees in year. Why are you there? Your referees appointment committee and the discipline committee. Why are you not doing the right thing? England, you see, some referees give us bad officiating. They are relegated. Even at this World Cup, there are some referees they were sent home. Although we are confused, a report came that Massa when the ball ye, so just go. You have been given 70,000 per game. With some who some more watch over $5,000 watch in the ball per game near there. So they expected you to churn out quality. At least some errors can be pardoned, but 90% of the time, if it's so glaring, you have to walk out of the pitch. It is why would you to say referee decisions are not good? I'm expecting them to do the right thing. For Anas, you might have your qualms with it, but whatever he did, I think you are selecting Mumbrambe the right hands, and I think that's what I'm expecting from him. I've always said here that the easiest way to be responsible is to keep blame somebody for your own mistakes and your own destiny. The biana me wa fa no man hwe me na papa anye senti am to get to me she we near there. I mean, who will come? You can have reasons to be there, but you have reasons to pull yourself out. It's a woman reasons why you are failing. I mean, where will it end? It's as good as telling me that you are the football people, you are the custodians of football in Ghana right now, and you don't even know what to do. You have all the problems at your problems at your doorstep, but you can't offer one very good solution to really curb some of these things. So I'm a bit disappointed in the statements. It would have been best if you had not spoken. But maybe some of these things come out because people are getting worried. Say Kim Faisal any Eduana board game na say nipa beba 40,000 capacity stadium to less than 45 people are there. There is a problem. We need looking at. I don't think our football has sunk so low that people are disinterested in watching football, hearing anything football. You need to do something hard and fast. And inside there, I mean, it's as good as nothing. Then Wallacott surgery sources are waiting why it's now office, and I think it's a bit of good news. He's one goalkeeper. I personally like him. I think in the midst of sheer adversity, he still keeps a cool head. He might not be your number one, but I think he would have done us a lot of good. At Tizigi, what he did at this World Cup is nothing to write home about. I mean, Bobby Abano, so he could even make himself even bigger. When him change, I might not be a very good goalkeeper, but I know how to watch football. I've watched over 5,000 games in my lifetime to recognize who is doing well and who is not doing well. So for me, it's a lot of good news that Wallacott has really gotten himself a bit up and doing. Kinke, oh, 5,000 last time at my last count. Yeah. João Felix eventually getting the chance to don the favorite number 11 jersey of Drogba at Chelsea. I think yesterday we spoke a lot about it. That's one of the weirdest deals that we've had in modern day football. Because
but me kosher history book and you're weird, sir. Unimigalo.
Yeah, tell me about Igalo.
Manchester United 10.5.
They also signed a very bizarre contract.
Yeah, from China.
Yes.
In terms for the said Manchester supporters na Costa Tena moto sana almost open.
Yes.
Manchester Chelsea has not met. And Chelsea yanti was then right kwane ka say bizarre. But then I start in your mind.
But in principle, some of us feel it's weird because Chelsea should have had a bit of respite in there because the truth was that the ball was disillusioned.
Manucho, mami hold.
Yes.
And I friend are you papa? I'm say minim say nya na number say me hold data or did in now chodam. Maza, it is saying are you papa? Are you Timenka? Are you what Timenka?
Sam or Lance and Gatti. The cabby pure Montiasi.
Are you? Enja nam say odi nkomo e kiro ne Ghana for their face so o kan wi o montiase wo abruchi ne ye be jiwo mo hu say yes yeah marucho to aso
so I think it's weird because you see the boy was disillusioned. He didn't the coach, between him and the coach, it was more like two captains. One couldn't stay on the ship, so one had to really get out of the ship.
Reporter, my main for reporter Banrache say the coach might leave in the summer.
Yes,
that's why they extended his contract.
Yes,
and they and they didn't want to put any buy option to buy.
Yes. What you said near corner, you see. So the truth was that the boy needed to breathe some fresh air because he couldn't stay on the same ship that the gaffer or the captain was, Diego Simeone. I mean, it takes a lot of money. One of the highest paid coaches in the world, the highest. It takes about 40 million. When the likes of Guardiola are taking just 22, Patrick 22 million. He has 40 million for next to nothing one. I mean, especially the Holy Grail, which I think should be the ultimate for any club purporting to be an elite club in Europe and elsewhere. So for Chelsea to go into this one, they had a very big bargaining power because at this point in time, they wanted just anybody who could get him for 6 months and be ready to pay his wages of 280,000 euros or
a week.
A week. So then Chelsea walks into that space. You see, but Chelsea was telling me that Manucho, as much as it's making a lot of sense, Chelsea is both their boat has been rocked badly. That they are clinging to straws. Now they just want to survive. But people also keep saying that why you keep buying and still keeping the coaches just more like gallivanting in circles and not making any movement.
Convince them that the coach is good. You said he is. We should give him time.
No, but I personally think that's why I said a Chelsea fan telling me that this one. I mean, I felt it was a good point. That as much as possible at this point, I shouldn't worry about the deals that they sign. The only thing is that they just need some good players to augment a quick fix situation because it's getting worse. They get it closer to relegation.
The worst aspect and it's and then Arsenal Breno. So one qualify for Champions League, you can attract the best players.
The best players. And in terms of money, any way sponsorship, you begin to lose traction on that's why Barcelona is failing. And some of these things, when they start coming, you need to I say a hole on a ship. When you see a hole now, before you realize it might just you get to sink. So that is how Chelsea also wants, because Chelsea has been a very good brand in the past 2 decades and the last 15 years there. Yokohama Munina Bemu signing very lucrative share deals near there. So they can't afford to sink very more. And moreover, you see the EPL has become a bit more attractive that every team will give you a test for your money. Since Thomas Frank, what he's doing with Brentford, you can't fault them. What Brighton is doing, any idea, Chelsea knows very well that they need to start doing the right things, because if Nottingham was not easy, it is one for some of these players to come and help you, at least bring some morale in camp. That is why maybe for a second I was beginning to believe that there should have been an option to buy. I mean, it's as easy as that. At the end of the day, to be a win-win for you. Say 80 million crumble and fan, as we agree, it was worth over 100 million by Atletico, and it's just 23 years. So looking at some of these things, they will not want to let him just go like that. He might come back to hand them. One day I'll write the Odegaard Real Madrid story. We are not there yet, but if it turns out one day, it will also be etched in stone. So I think that for Chelsea it's a bit bizarre, but what the good news for them is that at least getting a player of a sort and caliber, at least get into championship places and also qualification places for at least a conference league will not be bad. At least a conference league for you will not be bad. You should be playing. You should just saying at home you be bad.
Did you just say that?
So in the absence of nothing, bad is not good.
Okay, that's
work or club I call you be now when your bad. Work or club I call you be in your bad and 9 back ka woman fan coffee and go this and you be boada obenya blue balls. So conference league, at least that's your level at this point in time. I hear discussion with. So it's not a bad business you decide. Oh, Poch for Chelsea. Okay, let me pardon you.
Oh, time now, so.
Yeah.
Just
snap. Go for Mourinho. Yeah, Poch for Chelsea. I think it will not be a bad one. Just that Kasana, so he has his own qualms, but I think he's an enabler, a stabler, which means stable shape nekakra. But I don't think that is what Chelsea really needs at this point in time. Maybe for the moment. One thing he said, Chelsea looks good for him. Once a while in the past, he said, Barcelona and Arsenal don't coach that. He will never coach a rival club and come back to Argentina Kodo. Whatever coaches our teams may know it. So maybe Chelsea can look in that direction. It will not be bad. Personally, I think Potter should be given 1 season to get his own. Chelsea is not that bad. This season, I only tend to cry. I think that they should even think of Europe. Stabilize the team. Then next season, for where the 10th to be winning league now. The year now, Conte winning league now. Then next year the 10th. But Chelsea the world did not stop and crying COVID. That time COVID and back. Until this time with the 10th and I then.
Yeah, that's.
10th will not be a bad.
Yeah, that's.
You can go relegation. They were quick. Now question why. Brighton and now Nottingham. You can't beat anybody and you are closer to relegation than Arsenal. Arsenal is 19 points off. Now all you crowd, you just say more than 5. You are just how do you say? You see, I say serious teams, serious 2 games to play. Only Chelsea, more serious view. Chelsea,
yeah, that's it.
Tottenham,
dumbfounded on the show.
Tottenham, Liverpool, Tottenham.
So person who need possible Maninyeska.
Oh no, but that's the truth. You see, the next 2 games. The next 2 games are serious for some serious clubs. Arsenal have 2 serious games to play. United has 2 serious games. Tottenham has 2 serious games. City has 2 serious games. Chelsea, who are you even playing? Arsenal is playing Tottenham and United. United are playing City and Arsenal. And you see, one of them mobile. Tottenham about Arsenal. Be sure of example. City and I say team Papa be on inside one. Now one able. No, your case.
Okay, yeah, that's.
Mami Chelsea will be hanging on. I'm sure somebody is planning of hanging himself at this moment. We need some more players than games I'm winning this season. Yafles come out of 12 players. More winning 11 games or competitions. We need say Haaland will more goals than Chelsea as a team this season. I
know that.
I mean, what else? Woman himself, Aubameyang, he's forgotten how to somersault or trouble Bunukom because on TV go. The issues are compounding. I mean, you are setting the records. You are not setting.
We are not catching. 0-43.
No, you see, I'm ending.
You're supposed to end at 39.
I'm ending because
I don't want to cut you.
I'm ending because a Chelsea fan might hang himself by me telling him the truth. So I want to save somebody's life this morning. Okay.
Thank you. King Kalu.
I did you. Money Ejuma.
Yeah, go. Money Ejuma. Now, Koniko, who baby who die? No, I HM Liverpool lead Chelsea by 3.
Yeah.
3 or 2 points.
In their west of stadium, better
than 30 points.
Obeti my now or Kawadin Komo.
Say out there. Who tis will be crucified Chelsea? Who was scattered them for free? You can walk of
Liverpool West from Croatian Chelsea.
Money Ejuma.
Of course. Touch it.
Obo, me start here free.
Ba won say besan Liverpool. Omukra no ma mo boche obi a.
A mini race. I mean,
Oba say me catch it.
Two pregnant women.
Liverpool team no yeah. The top 4 team.
Yeah.
Catch you that.
7 season syndrome.
Yeah, I catch you that. Yeah, who analysis that.
Yeah.
I mean,
into be kind so
but who
sympathizing with me now who say all come back me
the enthusiasm
I'll come to them one day now let them go
enthusiasm na time and team say no or they say team
my stand I'm even losing football interest in football Arsenal matches Arsenal matches Arsenal games to grad I don't waste my time I don't even watch it they are not serious Joe Biden kind. Only Trump will pre-presidency on your debates. And almost say power. I ain't go for Trump into on your show say or see the presidency doesn't change you. It exposes you. So Obia no yamra. Medicine Kaluda to us.
I feel we make some kind of crazy.
My own kind nation. No marking the date into.
So we will record it. Playback.
The same quarter Jesus
and the program and the 11th day of January 2023.
It's a kind of crowd.
Mamia Ba Francis Punamani Kwasi Usu
I feel what kind of cry now.
Agnes Asai Oyibo Boateng. Any Mustafa Agnes.
Are you born some man simple? Arsenal ni ba kwe.
Kofi Eje.
Kofi Eje.
Oh, and Kofi shoes. What can I say? When say shoe share Ghana.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Ghana.
Oh
yeah. Shoe could do before Christmas.
Oh, okay. Oh, time me kasa time. Obo started from Jonathan.
But Worcester was in Kumasi yesterday. My main friend. Worcester was in Kumasi yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Because Enra was Elsie's birthday.
Oh, okay.
And they had a big party in Kumasi.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
SKF, Koku shoes, all the Worcester people.
The gurus were there.
I'm busy Odate, also Odate to me.
Oh, okay.
SKF saying Odate was supposed to come on. I'm saying no person Kofano ba went to me, but it was a nice.
Oh, they had a blessed time.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Kumasi do.
Oh yeah.
Na me do ko Ghana saying crying saying Kumasi. Kasa kama
Jonathan Mensah.
Amon ba no se kama pa. Ah, wo jeje wona mesumi kebia.
Nani chete gali.
Obo Jonathan Mensah. On Thomas Partey. Obo when you look at Partey in Arsenal shirt as compared to Partey on a senior national team now, I'm not for be very disappointed. But then, what happened? Your boy, no, me contrast analysis be. Opo, Otuado anya amwa ekra because that two pivot no boy with Partey and Salis, no, that was the worst.
So when I also double pivot, one now can not
double pivot na me kaso mo. And then come be say ka be obo Elasa Owusu and Salis. Now come me year kodenim. Partey.
Obo then obo 6 and 8 double pivot no asama Partey akomo 10.
Maybe no about 10.
No, the Partey 10. The 8 and better. 10
Maybe say you
10 if you play somebody on 10.
The defensive setup no e good ah. The defensive setup no good there. Obet me am a Partey.
I think that 10 the Kudus na so boy 10.
Oh, let me say Kudus Obama free roll.
But
you can give a Kudus free roll because one am born on they didn't about 10.
So betima about 10.
No, they didn't about 10.
No Kudus boss.
Huh? Kudus has a obo free roll.
Yeah, you can still make him a 10 in the free roll by placing Partey on 8.
It's a sense of body no. A different argument I mean
but our point is that we're more right position.
We're more right position. Now they will see a restriction on us so Partey about the senior national team
now. Arsenal Partey bossing.
Obo 6 no, but when he is going
on a check I'm interchange.
Yeah, check 2 years Emma Partey to me call him kakra. And so to be called Bosuo to be and as Partey so here Saka to be Bosuo. To be touching man here come. What I say, but Salis and the Partey the same thing. There's no difference. So yeah.
Because say nko bebo particular say say nko boy we kokono.
When
chere. Yeah. Ono no ye juggler. Ono the ball move.
Juggler, but yeah defense setup no. Na to say Salifu buy no more expose too much. And now you try say obey cautious in that particular. But then yeah go back to. Jonathan Mensah when Partey is first Arsenal undoubtedly no this season there my share leagues na what the 5 major leagues no the defensive midfield year obono
Tony Jonathan Jonathan.
Oh, that aspect
on club level
but that team na make say they go who am for because one can ye now obi aka say Partey boy kokoball
no national team level no there any nka ayi kwa ya there
obi kura be crucify national team say that way the time make it say chichi mo no but on the Arsenal shirt there I mean o team no team no strong me boy thick ema otumi
me pa cho say pop program na kai me obi a requesting nyom
say
obi a requesting nyom say ye pop program na osre me de na wati wo show we so no me mo sa anyum na nsa ya o say oh
kan kra ni
okay Manucho there Kaluza main kind messages no on Facebook remember Manucho no akan me can try
ya me janu kra kan me kan kra be we no am sa this am
obi say me monyum o say Opo please can you sign off today's show with time changes by question for J o say Arsenal ayo
mami aba
me
carry pakro de ba
mami aba
obo Jonathan o kan on the call level there I mean Partey is in a fantastic shape
good to
mama me call Mr. Hart is ohiache When Mr. Hart.
This all catch him.
Hey, I sent to you.
Yeah, Henry Pat. Time now me all Ghana pa Baji TV for nice chap. No more for papa. But I say me share picture no story no can make say na one picture on my bed in the story.
Oyiniba.
Wow. Why akokra? I'm sorry. All head no can my defame no, but I mean he looks a picture no so but that is current picture though. Adwendwena na efe ho na adwendwena na mani tiri ho aba.
We be pressure there ban so.
Wow.
Oka poor officiating. Poor officiating expose na ma referees no.
Two things.
Yeah. Me start from expose no. The makani na bom say poor officiating expose na ma referees say there. They are stamping authority and then times na ma favors for other clubs and as a poor officiating say expose anybody no sala no
or say bad officiating
yeah and I'm say expose anybody no referee for so omo ntijai omo nyai omo de omo bi omo
but being I mean for being a spokesperson money referees committee more for money omo ye adwuma na mo who say they can do anything and sometimes surprisingly Kalu you and I know say bad officiating all can if free influence ni free if hona yeah quite say hey, make sure this guy doesn't lose this team doesn't lose make sure say kotoko ntimi sha match we make sure say has bebo draw ha make sure say mediama be win match we make sure say Dreams FC there yan konko a try na je penalty man
obo adeba kwa me be pense say no Ghana for no people are the ombedi kra no munye bindi and omo lose trust in the football you know because kakra bia we na we bo kakra bia afie ba ni okọ yi ba ya na okọ
oh final omatono
okọ FC Zurich
and say me can
FC Zurich
oh the deal is sealed
long ago it's kind of sold some coins 125,000
check my mail $125,000
very small
na so we you can no what hey, my make some cry $125,000 for Heart of Folk talisman. World Cup star.
You broke. The teams in the Ghana normally are broken to be
Ella Libertoni play amount $125,000.
Almost turn sir because
economic skill $125,000 is coming for Heart of Folk to sell their top player.
They need to be innovative. What am I saying? And I never acquire some and say one day be aquano. Nanka want all the centers. One get free. What I say? Now my phone call now. And not that confident in the system because player being born home here. A system in such a way. Ghana the player to be called Ethiopia. It will be called Tanzania. It will be called other countries. You know,
Nasa Cameroon Zubamoho. Burkina Faso Zubamoho.
But at least my person friends acquire if presidency the acquire you know of Germany buyer
in term now time
Germany buyer no oh the Ghana defender yeah no president for
Tony Bafo
omo dynamics so man baby for players no between be a uniform pay structure be as the lowest in crown
yeah he was fighting with them
yeah
no story be na Ghana web enrichi akwane say so Tom Farmer or Ghana Bosuo unyes catch the Obo Premier League.
Yeah, that's it. It could be true.
That was because sad.
Then time kwana Arsenal we ka you bekum Arsenal Ghana so na yi omo you know be okra 100 Ghana in a month mo say ojujubo agidi na onu abusu afo comedy me face you across of when you say when you want to lower club to promote a player bring a player from the ranks to more set up no a bit more aboa am other clubs no also to me omo say omo ho yiro mo bit me abobani for ye do so me when kwa na me film
pick it self prioritize
Gondozi in Arsenal
pick stories are prioritized Gondozi from Arsenal to Aston Villa story Kajal Felix
Okototiam 7 starting the crack
no Aston Villa
yeah I mean
Villa
Opo this particular season my dear you must say 4 years must say omo market no omo call for loans with the less of Alexis Sanchez do omo turn outright omo call loan buy akokupio Isa Kabari Man City also kupio ɛna Ruben Blanco onso Celta de Vigo onso akokopio omo to talk to players bibia mo kobo loan hwa ɛno na ma Gondozi say ogina midfield no cheche boss na nka say player we no was na no omo man call sa koto Marcel na opo Nunu Tavares so can Nunu Tavares Arsenal force player no ono so nyina account but when no say when you have a good crop of players boa ma onya confidence back eno ntina I say o ma attract Aston Villa nti say okọ Gondozi kuma Douglas Louis and the Medford of Aston Villa is going to be a tough maybe say Abrantem you baby akọ baby we do launch the career in a very professional way between abo Phyllis issue there. I mean, I'm for him. The only a year say, me say, over Forest in Chelsea. But other aspect they say, my coach, over to me who quite over to me using. Does it know how to use Phyllis? My name be here. Redundant. Say other place or former bar. Now mo bogi ma from.
Anopa uncle for player be my the first player ni.
The first player ni.
I said the other ones near that true for fun. I'm not feeling nkola na feel mo.
What's the for fun?
No, that true.
That true.
Ivorian player now. Any city no bem no young striker.
Okay.
That true for fun. And Santos for player.
What's our best for fun or no plan?
Yeah, on they said two Kelneton.
Yeah. I mean, I be the quality. I feel is quality. But then 280,000 euros. Every more. I'm a full discount. Mauricio Pochettino. I think I'm a phone him the pedigree. I never call and say, call Paris Saint-Germain. To me and control the egos of Mbappe, Mone, Neymar, Norma Jeffrey in him. But then when you are talking about coaching, about Tottenham from 2014 to 2019, fantastic 5 years old now. You know, the last season of Bekonana and Norman Kui is a fantastic chap. But so, the likes of Raheem Sterling, the likes of Aubameyang, they say, or Atletico, so the likes of American football player, between control your more. I'm on to me, Messi Mount to me now, I'm between us. It's about between TNSM there, and I think, say, Chelsea, more fencing, or between our coming. If you call referee, I mean, what's your name, Bobo?
Nkaso Nimbo, but I think sir he's one of those players that
highly overrated.
Yeah, overrated.
But then sir, if for Barcelona for some Kashina, it's similar to when was the last time we winning Siriano? Scudet to win be Chelsea.
No, it's similar with last year.
They have to just pick it from there and then go ahead and just make sure somebody to me and we need more trust with more best squad. Bami Young ne Memphis Depay. Almost so person more Atletico Madrid. I think say it's good. Both players no more. Bami Young called by Barcelona and it wasn't that bad. And Depay the iPhone and so Muniska. Barcelona for Muniska on pese. Omunya Lewandowski to person man kontia ono person kwa onko. Opo dem di wie no ne Steven Gerrard okwa coach Poland national team I think say okwa ebebo anu ma osanya equally a go Sevilla obetimi di abedi am carrier me say if one ndidi Aston Villa for omani ndidi because now when he was at Rangers he was doing marvelous work but am say Aston Villa na workload no ayekese on apempem tina want me anye no sake no
then on my they feel say bia purpose in tie be for buy and you are not materializing. How can say say nki obi anyi coach dida.
Oh, but then ebu hard time so ka say coach bi am man time kakra. Nti go so man time kakra. But am so no be am project. Don't say team ya no project say you say man. Am friends contract no. We don't know what was in the contract. When I'm saying, I want to argue that much. I might not know what was basically in the contract. Real Madrid.
You better ask watch now. Time now. No. Time. Why you over? About 11. 11-1. Yeah. Well. Me catch us say pick stories on the prioritize. Need 3 aka. Wako for Guendouzi to Aston Villa. When him zo beka Hurricane asem. a good move no anya no ano period abuza for your time nti mami
ora nyame see isusu
ochina ba eno kra move no yes nkofo no say atwene tan sisi ya yes boy na say for so move no yeah say Besiktas for no sign ha dwen nti so mo pescan bi aka ho say I don't know. Okay, Unity Radio 103.9. That's the Madano Auto Repairs, Master Danso 61 Fremont Street. Sebano say uka no problem bia umu afabra. Na yensiesi ma na bibia nkonkan. Ubeye oil change, brakes na are sanso na shocks, shaft, any mechanical issue on your car. What a car so auction. Brana yensiesi ma auto body wise. Dixon, any kofi be yama. Ebia wo peka so atwa. Hu Dixon, any kofi auction. Omobeto biama 61 Fremont Street. Yeah, that's that kase Kumasi Market abo echidom ana edi dwumadi bro say eba ne say ope ba bia obedi dwa na ototo nneoma ye sale afefofo sale bra Kumasi Market na ebra bedi dwa nyina na bibia nkon kan fama yeah, that's that kase Gold Coast Catering Services. Gold Coast Catering Services, a taste of excellence. Say ope baby abidi African restaurant ekoyi oba dine in ode odofo wadamfo obi pie birthday bibia abon sampa. Say African restaurants no doors or Worcester but difference any class ewom. Gold Coast Catering Services, a taste of excellence. 8 Blackstone River Road. Eho ena yewo brane bedi dia didipa na bibia nkonkan enso ntumi mfa emang omobo echidom ana edi dwumadi bro na yemfa seda PSC nso ema Dream African Market 369 Bencote Street 369 Bencote Street T Lincoln Village West Boylston Ghost Boulevard area ho Plantation Street area ho mo motiti on there say they are 20 West Boylston near de ot Millbrook Street ni nyina momra Bencote Street ne so ha na mo medi modwa 369 Dream after Africa Market akwaba sales nyoma no yatete so efo ye de mamu nyina akwaba obi amra no medini dwa nyoma no nyina so ye fresh ya na ye container free Ghana isiesie hu ehwe dem ansana yeba Dream Africa Market 369 Bencote Street ena yewo omo abo enchidom ena ye de dwumadi de bramo ena Manucho Kalusha is already seated meeting as usual opponent na Manu mama a little bit strategic here. And the main topic for discussion, Kojo Alanchamatin, yes, address, Enra, But Enra, I had opportunity of watching the broadcast, yes. And then I had to rebroadcast it again, yes. And rebroadcast it again. I watched it like 3 times to get the points he was putting across. Now, we will look at the points and look at the reaction. But before we do that, and a couple of issues, Biaba, Mepesa Kalusha, ebe touch base on. Michael Okwe Jr. So kind of Michael Okwe. Must say appointment of EC. It is a very important topic. That's why I want us to incorporate it into today's show. Or say why the appointment of EC chairs should be reviewed into one subtle points. Actually, say a kwanya ya first one. The entire the ban run here can about to one some nanado car say EC making sure say buy 224 no. A be transparent. Na Ghana beacon of democracy no. Stay on. And then Michael Quay say abana yetwa yisi NDC ba no abe ni yisi MPP ba no ape for no so ni yisi NDC ba pe sisi amoba Jen Mensa almost be pay something to get her out. Said they already threats na di kan ba no. Nti o say ono no de okananka Ghana for bitia enkani say political party be nya ho kwan appoint EC. The EC should be elected by the Electoral Commission for na Juma for na Rex Oma say, what wrong did we do by making Akufo-Addo president? Rex Oma, or some bonny bang from so bad pa, and a Ghana for a year. Say a man and I do be so as president. Now Rex Oma can say same way. I know besides our question we with regards to McMill and some buy said the Rana can you journalist be on call. Soldier for as well, your crow pictures, boy born on in some CC any day. There were other musicians I say or more requested cry wanting to go see the president. They were not permitted. Ya more coin near day. Inti abrun sheni baya or shishen nika dress basa. the amount of kwanya or amount of kwanya keke then sakoto president come sign a video and the president say he was happy to have met McMill ne daughter and I insisted say so she McMill and he is happy nti eno na obisa se boni ben nanado and I Ghana for the ayo say o sere to me near the to me no amount and then Professor Hanke Ken Kalusha Damfo was Ghana for numbers no more de be basa inflation or omoboa. They are making up the numbers to say amount for now Ghana's economy is going down the tubes. Now our page inflation at 77%.
Wow.
So these are some of the 3 topics. And Dr. Afriye Akutu, and I had link it to Alan Diana. Because basically these are the topics and then the Alan and Afriye Akutu. See, let me start with you. These 3 topics. We'll be putting it together.
My first has to be with Michael Kwe Jr. on the EC selection. I think it has been long overdue. Everybody feels that for our democracy to be strengthened, we need people who are very, very neutral in the sense and every word of it. Because say certain president there's always that chance that I'm not sure anybody would like to select somebody who will be an adversity to him or herself. I mean, in this one, common sense I said that to be obey then he didn't let his conscience rule him, and also he didn't use his gumptions, slightly put into. There's that tendency say nipa you be favor and answer in the party. Until there should be a way of getting somebody who will see it as a duty of care to the nation, and but not to a particular person, not to be a poodle to a particular person. As to how our scribes say they should be the staff should select one day, I vehemently disagree. I'm wondering how it will be and how the staff be selected. How do the staff get into that place? Then it should be one of the most hottest places to go and work, because here to take a commissioner who will be overseeing Ghana's election. I'm thinking that yes, line
or say it should be elected by commission members whose decision will be independent of any interference. Commission
maybe,
members.
Exactly. Maybe not the electoral commission. Not to say even a cleaner day.
Maybe NCC commission na one na.
Yeah, na say electoral commission. In the
electoral no. Until maybe say so commission.
Forestry commission na there na said.
Yeah, say commissions near independent.
So fine. Some have commission crime here the
NCC
authorities near there. Well, but my point here is that say yema on sankedu be panka nipa be 3 then they will go through a vetting process. Then one will be selected. The president should always have a say in it, because I'm not sure you can build somebody who will be stronger than Apata and also stronger than the country. There should always be the president is the number 1 gentleman. One say and see some pseudo position be just a president in power want to be brave because on one of fighting for near there. But for the president to remove that person, it should go through a lot of hurdles. That's how I see it. I say Kruma say Supreme Court in Adenia. I'm sure the president can select somebody to the Supreme Court. But only no we are won't even if you want to say I'm Trump and I'm
Ghana says Supreme Court will be anti-menu.
Exactly, but so we should find electoral commission should have some of this.
Protection. That's what you mean.
Protection. That's why I gave it as an example that say Nipa could do one, maybe a Nipa 3. They will go through a process of interview, vetting near there. Nipa 3 ways the president when you know what, these 3 people qualify for the position, then he will use his power to take one person. Unless the person does, people will tell you that they always find reasons. One said Nedi Charlotte say it's still shrouded in secrecy. Yes, a petitioners don't cry anymore. Yeah, more
kind. No, Charlotte said the end it became apparent because on any other commissioners in Sikani,
somebody had to petition to said 2 people will petition here. But in principle, I think we should do something to barricade, shield, protect the office once the person gets the position near the end, so that they will be seen as very, very neutral to get some of these things done. Yes, Anna, and I'm sure it's coming from the likes of Michael Kwe Muni Adien. I mean, you see, sometimes, some of us as journalists are not pundits. And say, how do people, some of us as journalists say, you ask yourself that, so when did they begin to see some of these things? Better late than never anyway. But sometimes, in analysis, we can ask. Because I think this is not the first time you are saying it. It will be used to a clear advantage. And I say, do one of I say, in the unlikely event or likely event that NDC wins, there are chances that Jean Mensa they will find ways around here to also remove It might be legal to you, it might be illegal, it might be this, but there's that general perception. Even the way they wanted to put the woman in the box now, they have that ardent thought that this woman is working against their NDC. Until when they come, they'll do everything in their powers to remove the hair near them. We need to circumvent, avoid some of these things. I think in principle I agree perfectly that the way the electoral commission were Ghana and yet careful like to might just be our actually so we are creating a monster of a president who decides at will and pleasure who to put there to supervise an election. It becomes a bit tricky with that person. The things that will be said in a room, a boardroom, before he gives the position to the person. You and I were not there. And it might come out that he just will select somebody who is ready to do his bidding 1 year on farm out, and that's some of the things we should prevent. What kind of second story? Unfortunately, I couldn't write. Oh yeah, Rex Omar. I think Mickey
Rex Omar. Yeah. Make 3 stories.
Yeah, 3 stories.
Inflation, Professor Hanky. Now, personally, one bar.
Yes.
Also, the pain count.
Exactly.
Professor Hanky pegging Ghana's inflation.
Chelsea for now, dear me. Muslim Jano cracking. Yeah, Rex Omar. I think we know the Anopa deliberately have been avoiding the topic, not because there's a part of me which tells me what the general way are saying. You see, in principle, let me state my unreserved way. In principle, I think there are more important bread and butter issues to discuss than a Mekimo who went to get a video shot at a presidency. Personal point of view. But beyond that, I mean, that is personal in my opinion. But speaking as a pundit and the little research I've done there, I think some heads must roll. Because Ghana there, be a military installation, be a say a honum, she do on cramp when a mahoyehu. Upon my kunta, there is discipline. There are times you are even afraid to enter the room because you believe strongly that yes, so called them now pay bar and drop crowd with food, shall be one and say baby. We used to protect
that fear
factor. You need to always create it around our leadership. And yes, sir, people will take us for granted. And once there's breakdown in leadership, the country becomes a banana republic. I mean, as much as possible. There's a reason why in the Bible, they were calling for leaders near there. Because the principle here is that one must say the Flagstaff House and also the Jubilee House is a military zone. In principle, and the guy was flying drone,
very high security.
Yeah. Mekaya arise Ghana we near the some conform cry. Trouble said the mom, your mom chance to crown Nama kwa J crowd. Police presence are never work from 37 what they call. You watch a video, not to say no, we are not ready to joke around our presidency. Oh, to watch the whole idea that this guy managed to fly a drone over the building to have a music video near there. You see, I think that in principle, McMill innocently did not know that that's how it go. Innocently, I mean, although ignorance is no excuse, people always say that ignorance is no excuse. But I think either say, you see, there've always been that school of thought that people who are around the president and also doing presidential duties, it's either it's job for the boys, so they don't know their duty, or they just are sleeping on the job. Because Uber Kromania there, it's a proper training. Say, if you are guarding the American president,
is it not also a matter of inferiority complex? Like we see people from America, America. We treat that. I think that's the point Rex Omar was trying to make.
We
don't recognize our own. But if you are Brunei, or if you American, or if you Europe, or if you way, now your man Nipano special attention and recognition than our locals.
That is the reality. Over America, right from the airport, muna be citizens and other nationals. Right from American airport, you say citizens.
Treaty crew,
no say make me. Exactly.
America for the plane, and I'm saying Ghana for free Ghana everywhere.
Even at the airport, you be enter. That's why I want you to know. It starts there. What dress say make me dress in Ibi or yes citizen no ball life, no training, no room. But when I will other national line, I best if it's
one time crowd be the line.
Now one but time crowd quiet. I best one cook room. Make Kameba, make up Virginia. Lawyer catch him and say me ba. Make sure you dress for it and say best sound. American lawyer. No, catch him say when Bukra visitors visa now enter America, you should always be alert because even your dressing can take you back. But no, a citizen or share English crown as one shot idea crowd or so bad.
Only be to prove.
Exactly. Why obey decided also one shot idea.
No appearance alone will speak volumes to them.
You know, sample they do baby. Yeah, the way iris bueno print na ade ni just to identify ni problem ni but munya panka citizens and care for barricade points one man could one way room And I say Wufia Pennsylvania and I said Delaware. You don't would one I so because choice say ye remu and answer welcome to Delaware. But for the rivers we do Ghana. I remember when I was coming from UK some time ago. Nationals line and nona India for near the Nadim. And Ghanaian nationals no po my special line. Ye moment ye your mochi. So right from the airport, no to me who say the citizens are not respected in their own country. That is how bad it is for us back in Ghana. So why are people struggling to acquire other passports? And then Madam for be acquiring citizenship of frame no. I can't so be to feed and so able form. And you ask yourself that why is he feeling this way? Because our people don't respect our own people. Onya that's American passport no come back to Ghana. He gets some special treatment here or tiakro onya. Maybe you go for Ghana card because you could be a business. I'm sure I can show foreign and dollars. Anything acquire Ghana card and a Ghana passport. No, they are your way. But in terms of opportunities, so could be a bank account to crown us with you American passport to one man. Then no bank when they are no opo. He wants to give me special favors. I've no baby son crash and make me a chance and come be now we are then or room near there. You see, unfortunately, that is the attitude that we have, and it has affected us to that point. Because now we do we say we could share president or president, so we could share no we be ask you program be ask. But to go and meet the president of Ghana, there's a dress code. Either it should be in suit or an African wear, blah blah blah. One year, won't you share president? That is how it is culturally in Sanya. So you ask yourself that how was this guy allowed to go and see the president in football shorts, nibi, no such sneakers, no such t-shirts, any idea? You see, we've cheapened ourselves. One of the things I had problem was that picture. Now Obijan in chain, or more dwarfing now, Quabidan is out to come send a damn. Say, if you want a hard, I don't know, sir, you know. No, make me no generation on your waka grant, or no generation. I will be no Janet president in town. Or didn't start to Jameson, Nadam for Colabia, or on the school for my first day at school. That picture I have a problem with. But you see, exaggeration is a beam. Sir Lexen and Ojinaon, I didn't know Jam Casana, yet President Diana Ojinaon. When yes, I will call a honor. What other people use? They are training the presidency, and yet the president of Ghana. Now, Akufa Ojinaon. President Jan, you are training him the president of Ghana. Yeah. So in principle, no, I think I feel there are more important issues we can discuss. But beyond that, talking as a Ghanaian and from public point of view and what I've read and studied, you know, somebody slept on his job. Somebody somewhere slept on his job.
Now, apart from that, what can you make out of what Rexoma is saying?
Then I'm for few about say we are a country. We don't believe in our own. We don't make our own feel special. Who Kroma now put biya fufua. Nese ukoso kwaje visa mana ba Kroma say you have to convince an American way Home Office UCI is one say there's no American who can pound fufu before they will give you that visa for that person to come. But Ghana there's some more back. You see, I used to work with a consultancy. Not Chinese will be top international. I'm not more project TV. Most of their foremen were Chinese people who were next to nobody. I lived in China before because sure more. Foreman they are Chinese, and they were telling me that the black boys fear these Chinese foremen near the end. They are nobody in China, but when they bring them and they make a Ghanaian team lead near the end, the Ghanaians don't work. But
how can we change that? You did say something. Say Yananum and a DJ.
Yes.
Who's the first near question? You bro new. Exactly. You can say bro new. Then Bruni Coco Marching. Yeah.
To change this mindset, a dynamic actual say, Yen and Anum signed very work
because I am started. You
will always be downtrodden.
Obim and Onim Thiago Silva. He's or Cassandra about the woes of Chelsea.
Yeah.
And I'll say, let's face it, it is not good. Or Casache players. And I'll catch them say. But one thing is, we are capable. Nobody will do where we are. Nobody can bring us out.
Yes,
we are capable of getting ourselves out. So let's do it. Let's face it.
Exactly. One and you are at that moment. Nobody can.
Yeah, nobody can make Ghana better. Nobody can let us recognize and appreciate ourselves, except ourselves.
Yeah.
So I like the point that you made. That it's mentality, and we've got to change it.
It should start from say Nigeria is doing itself a lot of
Nigeria,
good. We share the whole idea about the rice importation there. Nigeria has done so well.
And our Supreme Court on so and okra me say this week e be time near discuss.
We know as gracia unnecessary amounts
in the
so when you ready say because of no as gracia don't go and be an MP. So why do any some MP 4 years akoje as gracia 400,000 500,000
Cross Research Institute for retirement. Bosumi Besono, the retirement pay crowd.
500
no crime.
I mean, you can imagine. I'm talking about people who have worked for over 30 years. 30 years of their active life.
So that we can have enough time to.
Maybe next time.
We are Professor Hanky Diano.
Hanky Diano.
And I will elaborate a little bit on this one.
I think another time it will come. But I agree with Resoma Pepe. Near me, Yanni said, and Anamika said, and I'm signing a very bad contract with our gold, our bauxite. Has
Nanado made it worse? But recognition, like local recognition, and to say. I say, yeah, recognize. Musicians call Baby Mickey. I listen to the news in our side.
Nebano Jankromo, so no SEO for creative arts industry. No, of Macmillan or no koi say you realize that right from the protocol was broken. He did it like me papa. Oh, me papa and madam.
Because Nanado now
a friend said. So you begin to realize that
my daughter insisted
on me meeting him.
But only must say I am happy my daughter insisted I meet him.
And you see, there is a video trending. So he did not go there to speak anything. Pardon me, but I don't know the sense he went to churn out there with the president. That meeting. That's what
exactly
came out of
I think what I'm talking about. We look down on ourselves.
Exactly.
We see everything coming from Abuchire, Europe. And that the northern part of America has the best.
And if the whole character Macmillan and I will say the America, I mean it's an eyesore. The lyrics in part of the video, no, he was using a swear words in the guy, Ghana. The more I think about, the more I think that was a break. We still so low. Okay. Our president is still low in meeting him. As for
Professor Hanke, 77%.
You see, when the dollar started going down, I told my friend.
Dollar 12, he say.
Oh yeah.
Asa nti for send this message you say dollar na sign strong.
You see,
is it lemonade or yeah, I was almost
tap numbers yes send this
dollar na sign holding and how much dollar na nya and how much the dollar is strong.
He said 12.01 tap the corner call you want to say do. You see this by now they have a good way of
my audio now I was supposed to send money Monday and I'm saying no I did say this quick.
Mami do 14 or chance send this
into 14.
Oh no 70 million.
Into Professor Hanky
70 million
because audio no.
Yeah, Professor Hanky and I make I say that was the harsh reality. I told my friends that it's $1 way never it looks more artificial because Ghana Nyama it should bring $1 down for the currency to come down. You should do more domestic than export, than importation. Oh, but yeah, exportation and importation. But yeah, chrono. You are just there now, $1 now cost from when we are still importing toothpick, we are still importing cars, we are still importing bread. I mean, you consider that artificial. Very, very artificial.
Very artificial. Kalu.
Opo.
Yanko.
Man, I'm saying, man, try justice to it. I'm saying,
what do you mean? Say Professor Hanky story and Abefa.
It was the side of disrespect. Man, try to change my name. Opo, I'm starting my Kokwe senior. You know the abane say you see chair no it should not be your friends independent body you say you be
political party appoint to
man on baby has say we see kra none of the Republicans for any for no more be akwanya say we appoint
the electoral commission
and I say government the next subsequent ones no on pay independent body be on very no more to me appointed and also can say that office should be 6 years term will be this 6 years.
I see other places I think Nigeria for you
Nigeria for be 6 years 6 years now I say we no suggest say a lawyers on pension professors for my retired professor na professor mo no mama by yes side man no be aboa man for me to try it's a seven right there this some of the staff
why now
but I hear me and say
junior war politics match then after
that same way can we no wama my can at the right time to so because I say as we mood pa yi ese ke tumi efifi mu yi pa but alanchamati
no we can revisit this is a running story
we are running story but then am for enkan wasem say the
abela de wa onim say
abela de ba small kan mood yi pa ma me come madam for
into we once as small can mood was one enthusiasm what they call Professor Hanky
they will post we say editive eniani
Professor Hanky
no editive eniani but I mean it is very true because as someone not can be say NDC for the appoint here NDC MPP for the hope on him it is likewise.
Okay, Kojo Afarijan. Time and Rollins appointing. That was my first battle there. Say, oh, the way you be a man, and be an out to be. But you see how people lambasted Rollins and Wakofana Farijan better now. And but the young one say, I didn't think I am penning for until Michael Quid and me be some don't mean only money. Any of you can help me. I didn't think I say enjoy a near refi by free swan. Why? Because all from Rollins time, I'm Kafarijan free honor. Whoever was the president should have made provisions and called for. Now, sir, easy appointment. Okay, constitution and I say provisions and
constitution.
Constitution. So why? So I don't think I am to me. Yes, na yes, sense idea.
I'm for review no. Opo by adeba kwa FN kwa say and can say Marco Quay junior no MPP ni senior or MPP ni. And all this we senior.
No, Papa no. Speaker no. Yes, Ntina maybe say why now? That's what I'm asking why now.
But so I can't at the time the party war power. Maybe say is a step in right direction. No say be a second election say ba mo.
Onyini say obi nso badwene say ne party appoint obi awie. And the party the 8 years even to him say be an party be free so the next party coming no yes we might sack this one and bring devil's advocate
but then the only thing say this is an independent body something as a Ghana for no independent body no will be competent so what I say now as a manicho suggests say your mom call the paper 3 and 4 near mom call parliamentarians want to interview them. What I say on the both side of the aisle. What corner we be
vetting
committee. We are no more. Do no more boom. Do more. We share competent. No more did we man. What I say.
Only manucho. Mama mo task. Mo proposal. Any processes. Now yeah they are called. Say it to me. Members be I can say. Yes, to me started bill.
Yeah, something of that sort.
Na yenko yensu propose bi nkomo.
Say enye bi ye na omo short list the paper 3. Omo visual more competent. Omo ko so that say. And no that will be the other thing. Enye say parliamentarians who are vet omo and say ministers who are vet omo. Almost we have to vet them. Bring what you are going to bring on board. Try to convince an independent. We are na djumade no obia no kwan say obia de ne sachase no otuma nkai kwa betuma say manicho this nkofu independent body because no mo ye KPM G4 say no omo de no mo ya ade man nkofo something a body like KPMG omo na say no na de adena mo say ye na nkofo yi omo betumi abebe good friends saying letter commissioners no mo maye wona me che no na it's not going to be appointed by the president esa na tena say I'm for crying need GD no mu kran so no mababu baba no what I say that's a boy Professor Hanky there no osari or the chat be by who chat no chat Ghana for the 8 Egypt for nin confirm the dasra na that there but Ghana for the 8 but small can say Ghana there 77% but Ghana for na nka so we almost say 54.1 and which is switch. But I never want make Professor Hanke here and Mania Jones say this particular time there opo one solution. What I say, the man has given us solution. Say, the currency board. Upon that currency board, no a year currency board say they have to make sure say we have a fixed exchange rate for any foreign currency. What I say, of which we don't have some. When you are a good free of charge. Free of charge say munko na munko currency board na munhwe and I say regulatory bodies and adena ka wasem say bibi ya na ma for to no more for fi it can make quite the currency board kwa na say another regulatory body and also make sure say adena kwa bad na say say regulatory body ni enka say betu no mama you as an individual no you don't have the right to say the dollar is going up
and how much percentage are they to sono crown so obi atum de ope
of the ope me you share akwa ya na omo ye sasket here by bi time omo na you scan ekoso no man so akwa bi koto nkatia so koto eyi bi wo store bi okoye no let's say 5 Ghana also me hwe me nia ba no kwa kubisa other store osa ba ya say I did quote Ghana that kwa dey say gura pempem how can a country be like that what I say 2 minutes no so be oba no and you just have to have the regulating body
ha no na ha ne eye nti ba onim so obenya ba bia obebiti nti ko ne ho ne higher nti oba back
6 and 7 and you osa back to your ba ko say the year by say e crab say ade ne ko 10 and be 2 minutes so it is a yes regulating body near inside yes currency board now of which is all kind hanky now currency board no will help Ghana a lot. What I say now that exchange rate anyhow no so I'm a little buying but I understand every time piano panic in a month for you now a month for discussion so a bit the piano a month for say a sky effort still a month for pay the mom I pay the demand say first 1,000 now say you have to no man 10 times see yeah to no man 10 times or 4,000 no bet we did say 2 days want to minute 2 days so I say you just have to make sure say up to the right thing in the right place
perspective
okay. I just said there don't we need there because they say I say na man for say professor Anke so mo kono na Ghana for management but he says also on page maybe
no he's a top class economist wow CNN for near the kasa or ye America the internal make say onye obia
a political arena no say
and this for say MPP for say
NDC for be na
question I had your crowd yeah crowd say I hear be call recession kese crash and the Great Depression amukom.
I said no say you almost say time I buy na no me corner opinion is call reserve no 4% be and the cushion ya man affect
inflation
akoso sa no okay the time na say amount for so start say economy stronger definitely is going to affect America until say bia secretary be no iskaso say secretary of finance na
treasury
it is that treasury no so put mechanism
okay Unity Radio 103.9 that's like I say my Lemonade Finance send this kafa download the app no Play Store App Store na use referral code OPO your rate no was reach obi a Lemonade Finance app obedi sika keke obenya value for your dollar Lemonade sisi anu no bia isu o sign up na onya problem bia o dey fry me and abra Unity Radio ya beboa na ya ma wo to me enya value for your dollar. Thomas Nanabuachi, let's read some of the messages and get the listeners involved. Thomas Nanabuachi say I'm seated watching live from Kumasi, Ghana. Guys, let's share. No you know catch your mom so no. Frances Punamani say guys welcome. Oyibo Boateng I say from Achuma Nerebe Enebehi no Achuma Nebehi because said the spelling Nerebehi I say Ghana Nkruno spelling ne pronunciation no Fakra from Achuma Nebehi in Kumasi watching you live Oyibo Boateng yada say or the Korokona ni organize or fabulous nipa kwasi usu say I greet you all Eric Akubodi enso ed message aba Eric say or your patriotic voice it will be chim. Honorable Anchamate has spoken. This time around, all NPP supporters have decided to rally solidly behind him, so he shouldn't worry himself at all. Honorable Anchamate is the best choice for the NPP, and we are all going to support him. Greetings to Mr. Kwekun Kansa, aka Pani of Techimentia, Agnes Asarese, Afinshapa, gentlemen. Yadase, Haley Selassie. And so say patriotic voices go so I say there Edian Beba Bagana no bechem there and a go so there. Haley Selassie say regards to Honorable Alan Kojo Chirmatin, the next president, the Great Transformational Plan GTP by Alan Cash is the next key to Ghana's economic development. So let's support Alan Cash to break the age and lead Ghana to the promised land. Kwesi Ususi Opo, please, can you sign off today's show with time changes by Kwesi Ambo for AJ? Asma, you are you. Johnny Tex Odro Menu Edia Odiba Ini. Johnny Tex says, good show, original, and your crew. First, let me send my greetings to 2025 President Honorable Alan Kojo Chiramaten for a wonderful address he made yesterday from Ekomo ya Kumasi Aswasi and also the way by Mami Alice Kwa ATN or Shane or Shrewsbury. She says, "Good morning, brothers. Great job done for Mother Ghana. I will later listen through Alexa." Mami Fawim says, "Se wo wusta ha na mo amote Lincoln Village and surroundings. Se wo nya radio no wo fie ana kam yi a me ba chew wo fie na wo Alexa and one say Unity Radio wo Alexa. Nti de obeya ne say catch Alexa say Alexa play Unity Radio Worcester." No. Okay, Alexa, play Unity Radio Worcester, and Alexa will get you to us. Johnny Tex Odro man who so the Audiba ini. Opo National, your shirt is nice. My regards to Honorable Alan Kojo Chiramaten. What Professor Michael Okwe is saying is baseless. All the commission are corrupt than John Mahama government. Government. Or see commission for na yesi yemo montu abano. Omi corrupt Mahama buying into the Professor Michael Kwekano, baseless. Johnny Tex Drew Menu and a dear no buy. Quate Frempon say, Opo National, you are doing a great job. Keep it up. And by God's grace, Honorable Alan Chiramaten will win from Frempon, Bonyure in Ashanti region. Quate Frempon, Bonyure. And no so dear no buy. Samuel Buama, aka Nana Ojam Buama, a Jao Penufo. Also, I'm watching you live in Obuase. My greetings goes to Chief John Kojo Alan Chiramaten, 2025 president from Nana Ujam Buama. Inshiraba Anelka, see Inshiraba Anelka, Ashamai constituency, aka DMB. See aka DMB Beba. Kaluja. Oba Sali Home Choso Chow. Hold on. Kaluja so no kasa. Hold on. J phone na men kika me message say. And then make say okay. Inshaba Anelka say, the only candidate, Kaluja Okasa no Fapi, or the Mama, sorry, free camera, so now Vama. And Inshaba Anelka, Ashama constituency, aka DMB Beba, or say the only candidate who can break the 8 is Dr. BMW. Baumia must win. And they say the program is so bad, they're rough. Alan fashion, Baumia fashion, crashing.
AFA, and he said,
AFA,
Alan Afa said,
Alan Afa, Alan Afa, sir.
But
yeah, some more. I'm on for your slogan, so. Okay, in Tianoya and Shraba Anelka, or say the only candidate who can break the 8 is Dr. BMW. Baumia must win. Case closed in Shraba Anelka. And soon a dear no buy in Shraba. I need na opportunity twice. Benjamin Amwa, and so Worcester, you know Ben Ben. Or say good job. Or chayin na Ben. I have frame me and now the announcement be mame, but I need you to give me more details. Why? Until after the show, when you call me when I'm on air, but you open Matitewa, send me on air, and I will frame me announcement as him. After the show, you know, time we close, you can call me, so we talk about that, and then until Ben frame me. But thanks for that wonderful message, Benjamin Amwa. Santimai Ben Koya Santimai Day. I'm organized and as a treasurer. Anyway, ciao Ben. Okay, until keep your messages coming on Facebook. Yabekin kaning na mau na bibia so to me ako enkai. Manu and get it straight into Kojo Alan Chiramaten address out there by. But before that, a Greek minister, Dr. Efri Akotonso resigning. I go for the Abano short staffed and
they have
quick one on that and Sunny Atwaso.
They have the man. I mean, some of us think that it's too little too late, but at least it's still within range because at least nominations now for Mumbi say people should, and I think that respecting the protocols of the party, they don't want to destabilize what they have, and they've always said that the successes of MPP government they can ride on to break the 8. I think that is only fair and right. So way they've decided it's only fair and right. They've decided to really get to this point, but I'm particularly surprised with Dr. Free Akoto. I don't know whether it's also a strategy the strategy is all chairman Alan resign and on so resigning. Maybe he sees Alan as only credible opposition over to foiling the attack and also the chance to be in the presidential hopeful because I'm particularly surprised. So like I saw he wants to stand a fair chance. No share that yeah can be but it's interesting. I'll be waiting for your quotes also when the declaration. I mean you'll be say at this point today, I can't barely 2 years for the government to still be in power, and so we decided say he's now gaining ground today. Every to me abua. So we wait and see what they have. But to Alan Cash, like just like Riley said, I also had a chance to listen. All in all, I'll say it was a good speech. I mean, it was well rehearsed and everything was on point. I mean, he spoke about the sources on my chalky over the moment, and sources are much more chalky in a way they want to really get to. So it's interesting. It's good. We'll wait to see how it really moves in that direction. Although, just like I don't know, it's ever called nitty-gritties of what was discussed now, but I think Laurie Sampa also had some unkind words. Laurie Sampa stood in the same position as myself. Together with
we'll come to Alan and then look at reactions.
Yeah.
Okay. Now so, Kennedy Japan, so somebody threw a jab at Kennedy Japan. Dr. Naoto Close to be a Kennedy.
Yes,
Kennedy Japan, sorry, Mabua party, but we won't be aware. Kennedy should tell us what he's done for MPP party.
Yeah, I think this at times should be hearing some of these things. I think I've heard Ken talk about the general help or the armor. Maybe party the end of the day. He says it in a flash, but also I'm playing past 7,158 that he pays salary to. In the assurance, so as you see, Africa there, we should be more practical in our approach.
Quickly. Now I am Rameto. So now saying he doesn't know what Kennedy, I am MPP. The way an Omrameka.
Now, as far as I'm concerned, looking at the out party now, I don't know of others who have brought the face forward. No, but apart from the three, from the two, I think Baumia, Alan Chiremantine, and Kwabna Japan. I don't know of anybody who has shown serious interest in
there's Kennedy Japan. I've seen some billboards around town.
I don't know Kennedy Japan, the party. I know somebody who makes noise in the party, but I don't know Kennedy Japan. You see, the problem also with us is that we always keep on praising people. What has he done for the party? He should come out with it. I don't know. Others I mentioned, I know them, and I know the work they have done in the party. Maybe he might have done something for the party. If he has done something for the party, he should come forward and let us know. But I don't know what he has done for the party. All the names, the three names that I mentioned, even Baumia, definitely has done something for the party within the short period that he has been in. But you ask yourself, will he be able to get the leadership of the party? That's the question you ask yourself.
So for you, as it stands now, there's not one person in the party who will or deserves to be the automatic leader going into the 2024 elections. What would it take for any of these people that you've mentioned to lead the party in 2024?
I think we have some in the offing. I think so. There are a few names I might have heard of the offing, but they have not come out yet to let us know that they are interested. So let's wait, and when they come out, one can know what to do. Few individuals, I think, will be considered seriously by the members of our party.
Okay. Manu, Dr. Nyaho seems to throw a big jab at Kennedy Japan.
Exactly.
I say I don't know Kennedy Japan. I only know somebody who makes noise.
Yeah, he should tell us what he's done for the party.
So noise, so be a noise and he Wow. That's a very big blow.
Damning. I mean, and you know when it comes to now no cry. As if he suspended, and now they almost suspended that because he
was suspended.
And I saw imagine back, and I saw no, they are suspended quite founding father. No, but so it speaks to what capacity. That's what I want to know. But I mean, seen as a founding father, I only say Anopa is well respected. Last time, now we honorable Ayeka and say, Ben Ayeka and say, I mean, leading member now they don't.
Oh, now we say Afano. I'm say Alan for all.
Alan for
all. Hail Selassie. Edin Chirimuaba.
Okay.
Alan Afa.
Alan for all. Afa. Okay. BMW na Afa. Na Kennedy dem by it came for press.
Kennedy so no chrono ni can declare intention. Only Kwabena Japan. Kwabena Japan declared I think his intention first, and then Kennedy followed by.
No came for press, but I say short.
Press near day.
President came for press. Yeah, came for president.
Oh, I know they say Alan for press.
Came for press.
Baumia for press. I don't know. Yeah. Something unique. Afa. Alan for all. Baumia must win BMW. You know, be unique. Now we are for president. Yes, I know there. Obi a bit me.
Baumia for press.
Yeah,
came for press.
Yeah.
So I think that Nyauta Maklo, I mean, it's a big blow. I mean, what you say, right from the West start, he wants to say that he doesn't see Kennedy and he doesn't want to hear Kennedy.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Yes, I mean, that's and he makes noise now there. It's unfortunate.
I say almost so for my declare those who have done something for the party that he will consider Baumia, Alan Chamatin, and Kwabena Japan.
Where they've done something means.
One tea interview, you are not listening.
I listen.
Ye founding member, Kwama partner, I'm a partner, administratively in terms of policies, in terms of
it should spare us. I mean, if those are the reasons there, I mean, that's
why
I listen.
Personal hatred?
Yeah, I think they should be careful with some of these things, because at the end of the day, if you are pray, which is right. I mean, when and yes, a monarchy now, you should share to the nearest person, so be obedient. But when people should go, it's a contest of ideas, so you don't go hard on someone just because you don't like them. And
okay.
He also gets back at you whenever say
address no na for yembra so.
Manucha do justice.
Now don't ask Manucha. Don't say anything.
O say akoto. So we declare intention that say operation running.
Yeah.
Until I'm not that.
Until no more sample be catch anything.
Maybe it's not seeing him in that regard, but also too little, too late. I think it's the same thing. Non-credit at the heels of Alan. The no money. The I said just copy. Yeah. Alan resigned. Also resigned.
Until Alan came out speaking quicker, because I was listening to some commentators yesterday, and some people, I think they are Alan inclined, and they said, "Say, if Alan doesn't come out with his policies in Tema." Now Obi Beka say wako copy, just like you are here on the way resign here.
The Akoto free factor and Kofunso is very close to Akufo-Addo, and there's that deliberate conspiracy.
I can't vote.
I'm happy you went there. I mean, it's a conspiracy. That's what they are saying.
Now, Akoto, I don't think he can have any significant.
Also, break Ashanti votes in front, because that is what Alan will be drawing most of his votes from. If I free Akoto is able to even take 10 out of the 20 and out of the 30, I think that's the only reason.
Let's move on. Kalu. Yeah, or the Japan. Noise maker keke. He doesn't know him.
He doesn't know him. Maybe on no personal grudge. But then we say your fire brand in MPP.
Founding father.
Founding father. On the founding father. On Adeninya.
Yeah,
you just come out and say. What's what we also sometimes go back catch Akufo-Addo say on the don't you say Akufo-Addo by president. He's not.
Oh no, okay, say Akufo-Addo to me. It maybe no issue. So short. People said he has personal
grudge. Also, on your personal grudge now. On the next sign on Akufo-Addo. The whole city no on to your president for Ghana.
I see the coconye temperamental and now arrogant. Satan Kwane or Rock FM. He's been on Akufo-Addo's tail for a long time.
All kind on Yahoni there. Mkofo bomb dinina no. O ma ye bibida.
Kwabena Japan, Alan Chamatin.
How they can stand up.
I know see Baumia party no munche bad. Within the short time.
What I say, those people stand for Kwabena so buy no sensitive interview or
Kwabena Japan there.
Why your party na that day. So eti we there kasa no kasa. And an kasa na bia there etumi ye ne say etumi kasa ne tumi NDC for. Nti eno na bia officer or the ya there I cannot.
But also my party ni ska or told near mama or cast near the campaign near there. That's also contributing.
Oh, but what to me as standing for the party in terms of what show pass the Bahumiane, Kobe Japan, Alan Chamatia, you know, to Ibisa. nti before we be no obetena city and I say political jobs ni bi so wona me che no nti na say ono so bi o no nkrofo bi a ono so support o so betu anwini presidential slot no ana ono matu am atwa ba mo no scratch nti I mean wa chere adwen but then me feel so onipa ade ne nya obetu aka cho so enye. But the only time will tell. Only say could do say delegate.
Only time will tell.
Is it the delegate conference?
Fear delegates.
Okay. Kennedy. So
alam kojo chere matin enran sem odi tu dwa no na yemebobo we wie no ana ye bie phone lines no e dia mamon. But he did talk about ebi mo say 6, ebi mo say 7 subtle points. Okasa say ye promises say ye nko back to IMF. And so Yasanko, he did talk about West without action. And Sadia no, a headline pa. Was he afraid Ghana NATO country? NATO country.
No action, talk only.
Talk only. No action, talk only. NATO country. Sana yababe.
Yes, our GTP.
And he did talk about diplomatically neutral state, broken economy, achia nembuye. Okay, can kasa bebre at the fry by the catch ye no a bipa no NATO country ni say a catch fire. A man for can he did talk about his relationship with the president. When na compete different but of feel say another boy but he initially or start here no say but the other things I feel say it could have been done otherwise. Yenkoti ura alankojo chamate. Enwa he had the whole of Ghana in his pocket around 8 p.m. or a national broadcast. TV3, GTV, Metro TV, all the TV stations he paid and he was broadcasted at the same time on all the networks. The end there of Ghana, you know, yeah, by force TV biaso on and also. Yente ra kojo alancha matin. I friend afa alan for all.
Let me start first by wishing you all a happy, healthy, productive and a prosperous new year. Secondly, I wish to express formally my profound gratitude to His Excellency the President for the opportunity given me to serve the good people of Ghana in his administration over the last 6 years, and for graciously accepting my resignation as Cabinet Minister responsible for trade and industry with effect from the 16th of January 2023. Thirdly, I wish to use this platform to formally announce my decision to contest the flag bearership of the new Patriotic Party when the party officially opens nominations for that purpose. His Excellency the President, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, has been a good friend of mine and will always remain so, based on our shared commitment to the ideals and principles that inspired the founding fathers of our great party, the new Patriotic Party. We have competed in the past, but have always worked together thereafter. The President has laid a strong foundation for the socio-economic development of our country, although I believe there are things that could have been done differently. My vision is to build a superstructure on this foundation that will bring prosperity to our nation. The pre-COVID-19 performance of our economy, the flagship programs including the free SHS, the One District, One Factory initiative, the Planting for Food and Jobs program, the Agenda 111 project, and the COVID-19 response initiatives are all testimony of the strong leadership that the President has provided over the last 6 years. In spite of all the above, however, it is an undeniable fact that the combined effects of the COVID-19 pandemic and the Russia-Ukraine war has stampeded our country into a crisis of unprecedented proportions, with the negative impacts on the economy, on businesses, and on our social lives. I have no doubt that the anticipated International Monetary Fund IMF support package will restore confidence in our economy and bring it back to pre-COVID levels. Fellow countrymen and women, this is the 17th time that we have gone to the IMF over the last 57 years. We promised never to go back, but we've gone back. One of the lessons that we have learned from the recent developments is that Ghana's economy is still fragile, vulnerable, and susceptible to both external and domestic shocks. This primarily is as a result of the fact that our economy is highly dependent on the export of commodities with little or no value addition. Indeed, the 5.1% projected GDP growth for the Ghanaian economy for 2023 is based on the anticipated increase in commodity prices. To avoid going back to the IMF, we need a new plan, a plan that will lead us to a more self-reliant and resilient economy. That plan must move Ghana from stability and growth to transformation. Fellow countrymen and women, if by the will of God and through your goodwill, I'm voted first as the flag bearer of the NPP and subsequently as President of the Republic in the next general elections, I will become the transformational leader of our time, who will build on the foundations that have been laid by successive leaders of our nation over the last 65 years. To achieve this strategic goal of transforming our dear country to become the shining star of the new Africa, I will, as President, launch and lead the execution of the Great Transformational Plan, GTP of Ghana, which will span the period 2025 to 2030. The post-COVID economic recovery program, currently being implemented with the anticipated support from the IMF from 2023 to 2025, will be a transitional economic program leading to the rollout of this great transformational plan. Countrymen and women, before I proceed to provide a brief insight into the key elements of this great transformational plan, 7 critical considerations will need to be taken into account to guarantee the success of the plan. First, the primacy of the private sector in our national development agenda. The private sector, both domestic and foreign, formal and informal, has to be at the center of our transformational agenda. The government's focus must be to facilitate the process of making our private sector competitive by creating an enabling environment for businesses. 2, attitude to work and enforcement of discipline. We as a people should appreciate the need for discipline in all spheres of our national lives and change our attitude to work. Whether you are working for the private sector or for government, as a worker, you are not doing a favor to your employer. It is your duty to ensure that you earn your living from the efforts of your labor. 3, corruption and petty theft or thievery, particularly from the public purse, deny our country the benefits of utilizing its tax revenue and other resources for the development of our country. 4, the arrogance of power has been a major obstruction to progress in our country. People in positions of authority must understand that leadership is an opportunity to serve the people and not to lord over them. In servant leadership, humility is an asset and not a weakness. 5, passion for excellence. As a country, we must celebrate competence and excellence and not mediocrity. 6, as a people, we must focus more on getting things done than just talking. Ghana is gradually becoming a NATO country. No action, talk only. We need to remember that the use of time is a zero-sum game. What Ghana needs now are solutions and actions, not debates. 7, and last but not the least, politics in Ghana is too divisive. This keeps out some of our best talents in offering themselves for political appointments. Yes, We pride ourselves as being the bastion of democracy in Africa, but that does not mean that we should allow partisan politics to destroy our collective interests. These 7 critical considerations outlined above will provide what I would describe as the soft power for the effective implementation of our great transformational plan. Fellow countrymen and women, let me now provide a brief synopsis of the great transformational plan. The GTP will be anchored on the following key pillars. 1, a strong macroeconomic environment. The success of the GTP will depend primarily on strong macroeconomic fundamentals, which would include, among other things, a stable currency, low inflation, sustainable debt levels, revenue optimization, and tight expenditure control to guarantee fiscal balance, low competitive interest rates, strong external reserves backed by high levels of liquidity to support the financial sector. To a large extent, the IMF support program, when fully executed, will create the appropriate conditions that will underpin the great transformational plan. 2, a new agricultural revolution, in brief, NAR for Ghana. The NAR will be based on 5 critical elements. 1, optimizing value to farmers by the establishment of farmer-owned large-scale commercial farms and processing facilities, which will bring the full benefits of the agricultural value chain to farmers. 2, introducing technology and innovation into agriculture through research and development in agronomy, mechanization, irrigation, and plantation management. This will build on the foundations laid by the Planting for Food and Jobs and Planting for Export and Rural Development programs. Our farmers cannot be competitive without technology and innovation. 3, the establishment of licensed food distribution and marketing companies by the private sector throughout the country at the district level to be supported by the government. These companies will constitute a vital link between farmers and market queens in the urban and peri-urban areas. It will be complemented by the introduction of a digitized food distribution and marketing online platform, which will connect producers to buyers and consumers. 4, the strengthening of the Ghana Commodity Exchange as the marketplace for all actors in the agricultural value chain. 5, deepening the current regime for lending and financing for the agricultural sector. 6, enhancing the deregulation of the cocoa sector by deepening private sector participation in the buying and marketing, including export of cocoa. 7, mass citizens' participation in agriculture by introducing an Operation Own a Farm program for the Ghanaian citizenry in general. 3, industrial transformation. This will build on the successes of government's 10-point industrial transformation program, including the One District, One Factory initiative, the establishment of strategic anchor industries to diversify the economy beyond cocoa and gold. For example, the automobile assembly, garments and textiles, pharmaceuticals, and the petrochemical industry. Enhancing the growth and development of small and medium enterprises. Establishment of industrial parks and special economic zones, and supporting domestic retail trade and distribution. 4, accelerated infrastructure development. Promoting private sector financing for public infrastructure such as roads, railways, ports and harbors, water supply systems, public housing, etc., which will reduce government's exposure to the financing of such infrastructure projects. 5, digital mainstreaming. Digitalization will be mainstreamed in all government and public sector activities, building on the current work led by the Ministry of Communication and Digitalization. 6, energy security and diversification. Greater emphasis to be placed on developing renewable sources of energy by fast-tracking the execution of government's energy transition strategy, including but not limited to nuclear and hydrogen energy. 7, decarbonization and climate resilience. Scaling up government's current efforts at reducing Ghana's carbon footprints and facilitating access to the carbon trading markets, as well as establishing mechanisms to strengthen the country's preparedness against the negative effects of climate change. 8, national security and defense optimization. Deploying resources to strengthen national security and defense mechanisms and infrastructure to deal substantively with emerging security threats and challenges, particularly in the Sahelian region. 9, downsizing government. The architecture of government will be overhauled by consolidating some existing ministries, departments, and agencies. This would mean running a lean government structure that would ensure operational efficiency and effectiveness in the delivery of government services. 10, strategic engagement with the international community. Ghana's diplomatic and economic relations with the international community under the GTP will be predicated on the principle of positive neutrality based on the strategic interests of Ghana, as well as our shared commitments for the preservation of peace around the world and respect for humanity. I will, in the next several months, provide further details of this great transformational plan in the new Alan K. Primetime Talk Show to be introduced. I will also seek inputs from the people of Ghana as I go round in the regions and districts on my campaign tours. Fellow countrymen and women, the execution of the GTP will require our collective efforts irrespective of our political orientation, ethnicity, or religion. It will lead to a new dawn of restoration, rebuilding, and reward. The future of our country is bright. I want you, fellow countrymen and women, to make me your next president when the time comes, and you will see a significant difference in your lives. Fellow countrymen and women, I want you to invest in your own future by supporting my campaign. I will therefore be launching a mass Kitwabiensa campaign and adopt a constituency initiative which will afford Ghanaians from all walks of life the opportunity to be a part of my campaign. For all those who will have the honor and privilege of being delegates to select the flag bearer of our great party, the MPP, please remember Alan Kyerematen is your candidate to win power for you in 2024. Together, we shall break the 8. As we do say in our local Ghanaian dialects, Achia na Emui, symbolizing hope. Musa Daka Dayo, Saboda Mfani Gobe, let's sacrifice for the future. Ekpedeka Metunaho, a symbol of unity and collective effort. Mofia Mobayeni, we shall all enjoy. God bless our homeland Ghana and make our nation great and strong. I thank you for your kind attention.
Bravo Nekayo, Sir and Sam Paulo Franaku, Upa and Samako Chuko Bata Etia Dia, and Unia, Tia Unity Radio, Worcester, United States of America.
Okay, so Kwajo Alan, may you Honorable Kwajo Alan Kyerematen, presidential hopeful on the ticket of the NPP. He had a national broadcast yesterday, and radio for Ghana in Bosuo. About Ghana time 8 p.m. Ghana television, everyone say GTV, TV3, Metro TV, Youth, just all the TV stations. All the major TV stations. TV stations are omo ho TV ne Tender TV ne we mu
TV station
Agrada TV ne TV all the all the bigger TV stations major TV3 Metro TV GTV UTV Adum TV 11 TV omo nyina fa no live at the same time na national broadcast. Manucho, I think sir brother Kano you will bear 30 minutes and a baby phone lines number 30 minutes time.
Okay.
About 12:11 by 12:30 be lines no. Momfa ento aso na yemba ba mu. Ba yenhwe reactions kakra. I think you did talk about that. Nipa binum a omo so news makers a omo kasa. Nipa ba ko a wakasa wow lawyer. You saying?
Lawyer Dr.
Maurice Sampa was say timing of Alan the resignation no chere say onye serious ba kokra. Time Alan the resign if you Akufo-Addo aban mu no. E chere say onye serious. And doctor, your friend Dr. Aldi Seidu, ono your political scientist. Or say Alan Chamatin has set the bar very high for political campaigning in Ghana. Ne oye no presidential hopeful bia yenya bakra emfre ni party munye bida. Even ye to abayi omukra omontanya national broadcast no to a certain standard no very high. And reactions ni bio. Obi so say Alan Chamatin says there are things he believed could have been done differently in the current administration that he's exiting. Would he be or say it would be interesting to know what those things are. Would be the buy no. And or say Mr. Alan Chamatin says he will roll out GTP, the Great Transformational Plan for Ghana. That's an interesting name, GTP, one that will catch on very easily and become the talk of town. And you almost see GTP, no, your slogan, Ghana Textile, PP near the production as a saying him say GTP and tomorrow Ghana. I'm say print. Moon checking my head. Yeah, and the amount for loud and say the slogan, I need the initials, no, GTP, no. And then Ghana One TV for once with arrogance of power, corruption, impeding Ghana's progress. Alan Chamatin, thumbs up. Into I to say, almost say Ghana yare arrogance of power and a corruption and only a yare pa. And Alan captured that. Ebi munsu so a dos no pe baby a na ho so mo hite no no. Ebi munsu bisa ne say, wo so be ma sugar factory na wa hinkra. Commander Sugar Factory, are you operational? When you come to power, why didn't you do it when you were the trade minister? Question Bimuso, Etroya, no Mobisano, no. Question of the day. I'll say, what is your key takeaway from Alan Chamatin's broadcast to the nation? Only a Ghana web first question. And now Bisu say, we're an American. Uncle Parkwesi. I say Alan Chamatin can't even win KNUST SRC. Where no. I say Alan Chamatin can't even win KNUST SRC president with I'm sorry. Or say I think was it with his no IS poor declaration of intent. I know Eddie no. Baumia is clear. I don't know here. Baumia supporter. I mean, we say about say the Baumia fans, obviously, and yeah. Obiso say it's time for the great man to take over. Ladies and gentlemen, allow us to reintroduce Honorable Alan Chamatin to you. So for the most part, positive raves. And I be must say the resignation, no, or chair and sana or resign. But I want to focus on the 7 pointers out by primacy of private sector, attitude to work and enforcement of discipline, corruption and petty theft or thievery, arrogance of power. I don't hear man for power. Or say to me more a opportunity to serve. Now humility is an asset in a governance where you who say we are serving, and passion for excellence. As I say, a celebrity at home, like just like we're talking here. You move just abruchiniama any day. Getting things done. Let's talk in. I see a NATO country. Yeah, kasasa tin. So come there. Yeah, be kasasa. We talk much and do less. But no one kasabibri. Obema ejumano. Divisive politics in Ghana. Onye nanadu nipa intime align ma ban umam. Onye me nanadu manipa primaries ututiame to win me yakra me Akufo-Addo abind the sideline now Mahama umpay asem dia we koko yi do go away we for some of don't come near you be you chairman everything. I mean, he said in general say you will nipa mo yade by your pion musinchen. I think he's working on the path of Kufuor because with that point what comes into mind is all inclusive government here. Manu, the ball is in your court. They did talk about apart from 7 pointers no and was saying a picky point to be a briefly chirichirimu and also about downsizing the government. Ministers be bribeno on fabi meye juma obeti na aban so kra the ministers so kra yen start yanko.
You see, first of all, I'll say for me it was a good broadcast. I listened to it like twice. I've never been so impressed in the choice of words, in the demeanor and everything. The timing and everything was so much on point. So I did be front charisma. Only a few people have it. Utie will be there 2 minutes, but you don't feel like listening again. But the way, I mean, if it was directed, I'm sure that it was a replay near idea. But whoever did it, you know, I mean, a lot went into it, production-wise. Any idea? And yes, reading from scripts and maybe it's a teleprompter and idea. But I mean, if you had a chance to watch her, this is how Joe Biden money idea or your broadcast. You realize that it makes you feel the person is on top of the issues. He's not just reading from a script. Any idea, and I think he looked very presidential. I mean, first of all, those are my little observations around him, that he gave us a good look. Now, Mekaipa 2008, Kwesi Pratt interviewed Akufo-Addo and Obisan questions. We say, what did President Akufo do that you would do differently? I mean, he fumbled with it, and with all apologies to him. No, so are you going to continue? And I say no. But what differently? You know,
when to me and yes specific.
Exactly. Then people are like, are you going to continue where you left off? Then what new are you bringing? They were not able to, but we would hear.
Right from answer no be corner points.
Exactly.
And you may be over Akufo-Addo or no nyanisa.
Yes, it convinced some of me in particular. I mean, we are just about entering the race, but I mean the opening way in there. He's really giving himself. I agree with
he's a good friend. I have competed with him. He's laid a great foundation, but there are other things that
could have done differently.
Yeah, I mean, that he's done that I wouldn't.
That is punchy. Yeah. I mean, and that is where we interrogate the issues. I mean, he'll be going on interviews near there, so people will bring them up. Because in a nutshell, Ghanaians look a bit fed up. Obana say you see a lot of people, that is their problem. Iba Umia is coming to sing that my boss. He's lost in advance. Yeah. Because a lot of Ghanaians, as much as they have empathy and also they sympathize with the MPP, they want to see they are a bit disappointed. Which will be so is and this MPP upon 90% of the time or MPP he feels so disappointed. For the first time, an NDC person feels he doesn't want to hear that only MPP. He feels that he's superior. No, yepe. Yeah. The papa.
I say a friend of Kafui Day. I say Alan Martin mentioned.
Presenter when Kafui Day. So who wants to be a millionaire? If you yeah. By GTV. She's on GTV.
Yeah. Kafui Day. So he was okay. He liked Alan. I was saying very interesting. I was saying Alan Martin mentioned downsizing government. In his speech as part of the key pillars of his great transformational plan, GTP for Ghana, very interesting. It's just like you are saying. I say, any people move you say, hey, we free Akufo-Addo abemu sisi and I say to me kanyama.
Exactly.
Akufo-Addo
you feel differently. He would have done differently.
Ministers so.
Because Ghana, the president is the so-called.
Or a presenter. Or a national.
No, Capital Radio.
Yeah.
Capital
Day. Yeah. Capital Radio.
It's well known. Over some reality show be an DJ in Power Ghana. Who wants to be billionaire? Now who wants to be rich? You see,
with all due respect, you are Kevin Taylor.
Yeah.
Kevin Taylor so commenting. Kevin Taylor said, how is Alan Martin different from Dr. Baumia? The value is the same.
Yeah,
Kevin Taylor, the other
he used to be an Alan boy, and
I know that.
He got disappointed along the line, and he's an Mahama person. I mean, Mahama's personal person. Yeah, so he was able to elaborate. I mean, the things that he feels that could have been done differently. Because I'm somebody, I believe strongly that if you come and say Kwakra, what's in a bar cinema, you're doing some no say for bar cinema for couldn't crime. People tell you that you never complained about how the bus was driving. So what that means, you accepted everything, hook, line, and sinker. But the truth was that a consensus building, you might have those problems. But I say they must say, you bet me agree say you call another room and answer your car. Say at the end of the day, I might not want to go, but once you decide to put it to a boot, once you agree, I have to be there. That is what he found himself in. that he was a cabinet minister, and I believe that when they get there, they judge and their differences, they vote, and you accept that this is the general direction that you are moving. So you might have your own qualms, but that's why he said, as much as it does the foundation, these are things he would have done differently. He also have the first option. He also has the first option to do things differently. So I'm particularly happy that he sets the standard together with Dr. Ali Dusedu. He set the standard so high. You might not like him as a person, but let's interrogate the issues. He now wants to be the captain of the ship, and Ghana, we believe strongly that Ebina Akwaye said Ken Ofori-Atta Asemi. The bus stops with the president. He decides that even when 80 minutes MPs decided say Krano, the president had his way and wish met. But this time around, he wants it so that he can.
My infant to just say because of this winter, yes, from Mama in 9 more minutes. Yeah, 12:30 pepe and more time. Exactly. But in about 12:30 pepe now you start here be phone lines. Exactly 12:30. Now you start accepting more phone calls. No 508-304-9394. 508-304-9394. 12:30 pepe. Now you be phone lines now.
Yeah, so it sets it up beautifully. I mean, imagine an Alan Cash John Mahama debate. I mean, these are some of the things some of us are relishing. Early days yet, I am one person. You don't easily convince me. But yesterday, with what he did, he proved himself. That, I mean, you might say that this is Africa. Talk. He even spoke about Neto. Beautifully, you see. And what I love about him is the jargons he left in there.
Yeah, the jargons are non-jargons.
Yeah, no action, talk only. I mean, that NATO. Is Ghana gradually becoming a NATO country. I mean, I'm like, hey,
whoa. Okay, NATO, no, I'm saying, now US for
treaty, and I said, yeah, but interestingly, our balance. I mean, people talk too much. And I mean, some of these are subtle jabs to Bawumia. The things that he said, and what is really happening in Ghana near idea that do you want us to continue in that state? Even the dollar issue, after all the noise, it's interesting. I would love to hear Bawumia's also side, at least from the first script of Mama Kid. I'm happy. I think the students are learning. So he says it beautifully.
So only Dr. Ali Dusedu.
Oh yeah. He's
political scientist.
Yeah, he's been talking of late. And
I say Alan has set it bar. No.
Oh yes. You might have your problems, but the point is now. That is what you want as a nation.
Yeah.
As you believe you might not do it, blah blah. It's on your own case. But at least at the end of the day, they be able to come and say, I say, when if you not say I love you, Matia, but you should still say it. From what he has put on paper, where or can you dear? I think it looks good, but you are not going to interrogate it about Commander Sugar Factory. And his works as when will be put under the microscope. But at least your opening statement.
Alan Namobe interrogating, he say, any Bawumia they were woo.
Oh, Bawumia was
he controls more power.
He might be thrown under the bus. He needs to prepare well and calm, unless he decides to throw his boss rather under the bus and stay stronger. Because in some of Kenya now, I mean, 90% of them were not really met. I mean, dollar from 6 to 12 now. There, I'm wondering.
GTP, GTP, Afa Alan for
Neto, Afa.
And now must say GTP is a movement. # Alan Beba.
Yeah, it's interesting. I see in my mind and heart, I see one of the most fiercely contested way going into this, because there's a session and Akufo-Addo's own will be played in front of him. When Ali Mahama was on the way, nobody felt that he had done enough. Others also feel that Bawumia 2012 sat in a seat, a precious seat to fight. Some of Nyamo here and Amen people have power. So he says it's a beautiful. Yeah. But they become come and say MPP so they to say Conservative Party, it's a loading car. And yawa would ye but no dika na loading answer.
Make Boabia Samoa message.
Oh yes, sir.
Say Dr. Lawyer
Boabia Samoa.
Boabia Samoa declare for
Alan Cash. Yes.
Or say amount for say Bawumia na so because Akufo-Addo on be dina jono say or say MPP enye school prefect. One assistant. We were be a form 3. Now we were form 2. No, we school. Now assistant na take over.
Exactly.
MPP mo dey nyesa.
Say Akufo-Addo sane tone. Say sane edi na nkono antono.
What's Alan Cash? I did leadership. I did jobs for the people. And
yes.
No fee.
So let's see how it goes. But in the opening remarks, I'm particularly impressed. I'm really impressed. And what Bones over me taper is one thing. I made to me you never get bored.
I listened to it two or three times yesterday. I wanted to capture everything.
Yeah, he really a lot of work went into it.
And the bro from Ghana 40.
Yes. I mean, Dennis said he attacked the institution, said what he could do, and praised them when it was due. He didn't do that mention words and you being afraid of the whole. You want to go back to Ghanaians for the position, so don't go infuriating them. Be bold and say it. This is the president decision. You would have done it differently. And how differently will you have done it? You tell us. This is not betrayal. This is you making sure that when given the mandate, you do things differently. But you not continue the status quo and for Ghanaians to suffer. Because the very things Ghanaians complained about in 6 years now, I don't think that it has been done. John Boyd is saying, you ever create Jumani idea. Always telling us. Always take.
Kofi Jesus artists and Otia. And a member studio, I may born on them. Your phones do not say, enka America park kwa we sanke channel ne two tables ni abone chiama say MPP for policies e dia gu kwama yeba adwuma e baba no I just say kokra manfo fra brochi no mabe. And
the people inside could not even get jobs to do, and now you have started blaming. No tell no say no action, talk only. All your problems are because of COVID and Ukraine war. I mean, then where are we going? Is that what Bamia is coming to continue? Ukraine war excuse.
Let's
see. No, but say he's. I get you.
In fact, Alan, who you so word be man to what be bow. Go say Alan looked presidential.
Very presidential.
And indeed, he did look presidential.
Very presidential.
In
his speech and
now he looked very composed, very humble, respectful.
I said Biden. I mean, only a few have some of these things.
He looks very presidential.
Only a few people in this world have that thing going for them. Charisma. Exactly. Muhammad Biden himself. I mean, they have something unique about them.
Kalusha Mram Kakrebi na aka some few minutes na yemfa course no but minim say reactions beba. Tell there be to us watch na.
You be scrutinize say there.
Kalu
highlights maybe I'm highlighting a diplomatic neutrality no. That's very
hey now power arrogance na. And also say na usuti.
But diplomatic
neutrality
no, that was very key because what kind of Saka say what kind of faso yi Russia for money bi ho no and also can be those kind of stuff man we say do okra no na only Putin enyansem bi na mo banta bi na nkoyenti that was a key position
and another ne Russia for my warning. Only America for all African leaders. They don't want to do anything with Burkina Faso because Burkina Faso for Russia, China for only communist countries.
Which was a low one. It was unnecessary.
Russia for 2 years.
That has gone to IMF for 17 times. Yakuya 18 times. In 57 years.
17 times.
We call 18.
No, they are more courses here. They say
17. I call that. They do wake up 18.
Okay.
Oh, sir. Anyway, it's something we can verify.
In 57 years. They
went back. And then the country lose focus. They need a vision. I don't say no matter can be a place because while the cancer now the measures be actual and mechanism be actual a bit my ball my now I'm there. Let's say money acquire nearby. Okay, export and import a UBI kind. But then Nigeria for a university tribute, side Nigeria for system now rice. Imported rights they block them.
Yeah, coming now. He wants to. I say, yeah, I see CD no. Say betumi anya hoden I was say ma yeah export no. I am more chain import.
Nigeria 4 years no be by no but fruit ni. You more 2 years. 2 years ba. We want to say Nigeria for my so many changes are about more economy that the time ninti. Arrogance of power no na idea bia very critical pa say ye hwem yi pa say ye ditumi mawa oba asem kan say ye ditumi mawa ye sifa be serve ye
can say for the lord over us
lord over us but that's the case in Ghana no ye ditumi na man no be presidential be a minister or be a director or be a CEO no ye ma position na or the be boan kofon let dey be on purchase say omuna say bi o omunum yansa
I mention hospital doctor bia one nurse ni bi ko am suspending no me na me boss me na me national service ayi nyina me na me you nurse ni school be na ko dey na onim na
Ghana ya hwe ni oka san sem yi pa na passion for
excellence.
Passion for excellence. Quite they say attitude to work.
Yeah. Attitude to work and enforcement of discipline.
You're very key.
Ghana form pejuma. Your pejuma to office no or
working. Also, they almost pay a content.
Ochina mo pick it point by point. So and there'll be more reactions tomorrow. So we can have more time to talk about that tomorrow.
Finally,
Maurice Akotampa say Alan Chedo the Nelson call resigning term.
2020 no, and then call resign because
but now na meeting Nenkofo bi omo se Nkofi mu so ntem a kamanfo be use atia ne say wo so wadwempa de na ofi aban nim na just so selfish no parochial interest in here.
But this time around it's not about say or not an ambition to be so we need how long is it going to take him to
before the omo ina kwese we will look at that tomorrow. Me who say ebi mo kasa say ebe ya omo ntwemre ni mu because be ehia no say omo be from January 31st.
Yes.
Na no so share
November
ekwan wa
11 Clement.
Okay.
Ona Akotampa e time we be campaign no so looking at time align ko take time we be obenya dey campaign because already no ma ya madi dada and see time no obenya kwan obi dey campaign e be amafo be to the points why we
who's not doing nkrofo team omo so
okay omo yedwuma cha say dia na omo yedwuma say dia kama
yempeke course no ochina be to aso memsa fena speech naba na Dr. Alidu say Alan Kojo Chamatin set standard no very high enti ye twen omo maka Canada Japan Dr. Akoto Friye Dr. Baumia NDC crown NDC they say Mahama na okay Kwabrado from best sideline no Nanya NDC communication director na ka say by hook or crook oh if it's a major beka wa na ini yakwen okay yam for course no mo a dwumade ne yamodi na mo fa nche na ya form time kakra bad and Alan tape no na say ye boni nyina na etumi dilate ya sha se fi 3995 na 2950 aba 3995 I think say Ibrahim abom design Ibrahim yadika ka apacho yadika ka apacho until don't go back yenko na manfo na wachi yenko wadaruma why
ba ya mu he mo bo sura because the Ghana never
Ibrahim time out dey kasa na yenko
mami ncheo na mi ma official pa na min kan ncheo se mi ncheo ya fi udodo na min nchea oni anu ma mo nyina design abenti ya wakasawi ansa na ofa course no
Kalusha
maniji ni comment no na mpacho an me bona baso na waya de mum na do need no say yan kan kiran se dollar no na ye 4 cedis na 39 kula na ndru 4 cedis ndru na ye 6 cedis o endi ba bi na say o di bia be ka ho enti eno so de China na omu menu na amu contact no se na metie mu na omo me ni na say de me say obi di kan na me say I think say Kalintela the value the omo value no ni na ye the same that me say mambo omo na omo du amambo no enti e de omo di ba bia me nia opo ye yemfa hu
Ibrahim
let us say
okay
omo ba Ghana for be kiro ngodi a emu gine bre sankatan bebi omu gine bre na mo amamgo no mu di Ghana koduro e be kiro omu nyame nka onu nyame nshira wa mi se oluma ni na na oja na ko nka onu nyame nshira wa
nyame nshira so yedase yedase 290 koma en yaza me bato yaza me bato e frozen
the great
Dabila bimbacho wa adru so ye number 2950 no we are nana na ojam call 2950 last 4 digits e hwan ya
the great Osama na ba ko pe
Osama yanko mo monitor to na manfo gina chiri pa why madaruma
me chiami ni akwado poku George Asante me chiamo abejapo na ma me monitor no bi mrabi sabia Alan ayin ho abai me gidi se eye pa so ayin ho ntem mini opo Alan de
igi obi antini nya no asamboni bia nka nkyerɛ no na Dr. Maudu Baumia ono ba se wo ka wo bi na ebu oman na oman aye se na wo ba ade asem na wo begina so dia campaign unya asem papa bia nyina so fa nya campaign de boy tutu oman ya pro no ade ade na begina so dia campaign unya hwe fa nyina so but Alan there me gidi se oba ebe bua ma the break the 8 no yet ya breaki me da se me jam obi so ababi.
Okay, the great Osama. Yedasi the great Osama. Na me jam yanko. Me bacho. Nana ojam na ekasa. Okay, audition. Nana ojam audition bankasa. Audition bankasa.
Hello?
Audition ba audio kasa, o se Bosuo kasa, audition ba yetio.
Mate da sebru.
Me ba o kasa fe.
Yeah, former Ashanti Regional Chairman. O US wo tio pa chairman bi akọ. Chairman mu chairman 1. Na trade minister so na minia be ma same. Chairman therefore. The American say who share and one sanctioning see yet. I will Ghana. When you know the next president. I was so good nipa. Now dear a man Ghana for and then we did more. Was it administration discrimination on Kasapa discrimination, other NDC, other MPP, other CPP, Jenya or my back. I didn't hear me say Jenya, so we don't take that. You do this Kanya for 40 years, a team. And if you are best a chunk for time, you make it shorter, obey a tumor, and walk the future. You said, you know, memoir, follow me home, or be for continue and go to a team of them to the door. Okay, and will say, I or your, or my peninsula can send me, mostly to me, but don't tell my teacher, minister, the dear Piano, if you want the 1F. Be any back. It's Ghana for this is a time of delicate. The Yama take for the Yama Adoti and learning here, and for being a secretary of now, what is that Ghana? The people could be among for a culture woman in a minute. And say they are company, giving people a talent. We will give you a protect.
Audition about Sebos Yadasi. Nana jam to us.
Never sabi watiti katakapa. Kwade bako. Michi ano titri da no chikoso na matise. Structure chama asabedi ako US also monitor show pa mi encha na kese pa na Kawisha no maricho menchi omo. Ana fe na na ke omo nyina no che omo. Na opo nyami kan nyina ne se enu a wo hwe iwu ala kodo tomate o kasa na wo hwe se no omamu nyina TV so not the papa no ko mi si ala pa ye wani katra no abaifo no ugu ala nti we nanim ni cause ejedi abebo ala mo maso sese no tumi bi abebo no maso we abaifo nti we nanim eti ya abaifo toy abaifo no hu ko na muso mutira se so atiase edi we me kan so papa nyame sira no ehia na na ade ba ko ye me pepa se oso oba ama enyuma ye bodo wu kakakaka no nyame kasa no na so nya dansi wia anewia na obi ono ma oni ne master obi di ka ma na se we can pay when kita na tabe one half year ko wo wa cheka una aje ka mata kan ye ma ri ba kem BMW no apem afa efi online wo di badia ba fa so ni ameto so o police me da se buru
na no jam yensu da CP o jam be ma no ba cha wo number 0093 etwa to no hon ya to asoma me
the patriotic voice. Hello.
Bechem patriotic voice no.
Minia, Mia.
Kwakubu adi ma yenti o yanko minia.
Minia. Ene yewra kwakun kansa o pe enia o attachment ya. Minia, minia no na abunsu ne minia panyi disi e ho na me to aso. Me sen na me TV ho. Na chief ala en kasa minia. Echa akụkọ funu
awote akumi ama me cha akokofunu na wo hwe ensem a opanyini bie so a ye besere ye ma chief ala akwan ni nyina ye nta na titi se ba bi aduro no chief na opanyini kan no eja bi afo no ma so no wo tempe wo ba tofom enti ye besere ye nyina ye nta chief ala ya ti ta adre we mu grassroots ni de police station executive ye nyina ye se ta na titi se ba oba no Obama ye nyina enkoye ni pakuma bi ene wo nko aba be didi chepe Obama ye nyina no oba no job for the people cash for the people ye nyina ye nta ye ura ala ya timi de man fansia no obi mra bi me da afre
yenso da CP erekwaku buadi patriotic voice bi chem kwajo boku mahala abom design
hello bona me de ma ta dia ni dia sidaba ma Australia pozo ahwe so ama enenso ode ate obo me kata na me de mentia he ma assembly ma obo me tia ni
kwajo mun contentem yanko ha
obo mama to me sam so na obi me dem kala ni so e what ni ka obo ya papa alan e kata na kata wa kata bebre ya dana si eni ni speech odo ma mi de obo me ha me so me ba be kuta flag barrier no eno de me NPP ni obi obeba bia no ono na me de metuma aba ma no nemom no obo mi ba bi kata ha me ne say who is ministers adoso obo o trade minister who say mama nana de dan kwa kufa do eno mu ya duma bebrebe we obo ni so mo do dia adanti na untini kwa papa ni transit papa we na ma ya mabo na ye mu na artist makaka na wo beta be gaje so de oba oni ni papa bebrebe we nyina enya duma na ji so be do trese nana de dan kwa kufa do dia na wo ye no obo sabi oni bi wo ye Odi sugar party uba be sem kena obo di the third minister o ti me o ma pani kaka ka ade ya ebe bo ma conclude Ghana obo ye de ya bo pa e de obo ba do kuta Blackberry and MPP president candidate ya no obo ye de support obo mu nyame nya adwuma
kwajo poku mahala ya da se yami Israel ene wonso o contribution me ba cha wa adru su sesia wo number no ende 3490 uwi na 5898 ko na 1486 nso ato aso enti 3490 ba cha ho ya
opo ewuni a salati me kata fra afugo so
Hail Salasi
yes my
yendewa go so fo nyina ho ye
nyami tiamo boko afufu nyina tu motiamo
Motiamo
mo bo na ibi aso afufu no omuso motia afufu mu US nyina nti afufu mu US
omudoso wa hapa omudoso wa hapa
na afufu so ma fi mu nya no mu mlafi mu metraye obo meba ma atam so a o fi nura ye papa kire matin abra wujina ho no kasa na o ti mi se president akanie no afura no kumia ye te ekrete obi president no wo hwe mbra papa kire matin dia ho kasa na o ti mi se tatumi no afura no kete wo ti mi hwe na ni mpo enna papa yi kasa na Ghana tedi ekrete MPP ye wade wo hwe nsem papa yi ku ho no mo a ekrete onabo alankoto kire matin enya asantemfo nko ene wo ba mu nembom wo ba magana fu nyina na so obedi president ya o meye nyimu o makate ni pakuo we enko na omudidi me o nembom Ghana fo obia bi amen e papa kire matedi ya mi sano na me premier anu delegate ai mo amanone US ene Ghana fu nyina sa papa ni internet fi se adwene kura no enye nkura adwene eye adwene a ebetima boa ama Ghana yakoye nim enti nyina emre no so na yekoto apa yan tuma ye papa kire matin ki say ye tubi ma ye papa kofuo ene ye tubi ma ye papa kofuo ado dia ene ye papa kire matin eduru no so taamo aso ye hye na nimunyam na on titire Ghana na Ghana enye krabawe opo afufo nyina ase ye taati obio Hail
Salasi ye da say thank you very much but 5898 hoya
opo Thomas
Boachi Thomas Boachi ma yenchia na ye mo abaso ye se wa connect e de ama system bi wo ho a so wo Kumase mebo a Kumase chronom ye se wa connect de ama afidie kese ama nipa bebreti Mrs Mary ye bo a ye chia wo Kumase chronom Ima ena eye Benjamin Eunice Abna Ejekum Kofi ena eye wankasa oyire nso Babra Boachi ena Nicholas waya de ye se ne chronom ho nyina omutie Unity Radio tie che omunyina da bia muntie na yɛde gyina mfimfini ka no sɛ deɛ sɛ ka Thomas ma yɛntie wo wi ana 4086 nso ato aso.
The call has been put on hold. Please wait. The football Opo Ghana Premier League games kakra bi call so Brekum Chelsea sheba Karela and Timiante. Legon City send dream test bi a say e bi ma so say so Tremant Timiante na Tamale enso Kotoko ene Tamale City obi a bo share ka ba no po. Na Malucho kasa no kan bi no manage ho pa. Opo asmo no kan ho eye enofo your mindset ayewo ewo mbofo. So say you Brunia, lay arguing as a son will be you. A branch of President McNeil, our bar a presidency, a bit car, elevation to music video. And a crack hard to let the two more to the first. Even the police, ever coach, your team cry, you strong respect the manner, the local coach there, who emphasize respect. And for man, it's about time. Saa your mindset no ko you to me as a son na sani you see whom rock no you see who abi before no saa no ko ko jola and chamaten aka say be na no ko poku e ka say me say o wa bi bia a dey say one fa mo o mampani na na do o ko so bi penifo si obi ani adwene odinam o ko ni kalu sha ni manucho ene ye adwuma o radio the same that Thomas White radio. It doesn't mean that Thomas watching Kalusha and Manucho and Babe Juma. If you Obiane Hawa, Otiye Juma, Obiane Hawa Juma. If you are so the NSA, some penny ministers need a dorsal, Ghana Boka, Ghana Chiacado. It is about time or Montpelli Kupado or no, or not tonight being who say. And it's saying a million can you saying a measure what I mean because of who ministers cut they check the yes, what is it so many moves so money whole tree and today no man penny auto so a cordial and Chamatino I side with him 100%. You didn't say during Prime Minister on the Eddie Frank and the man who put us.
Yes, you're the CP, your chat chronom quaprana. Oh, okay, Chronom. Yada omu nyina ase omu mutini nyina eche bia. Mbacha wa number 4086 na ehwan.
Opo ya woni Idris ne obo ase to
Parliament. Tobo. Me baga na ho. Me ba ho. Tobo Parliament ona ese mba behwe ho. Nyame ya aduma 2023 dia me ba fi 2023. Ti me ba Tobo Parliament. Me ba ho. Expect me.
Sure. Better was a fine coupon so fire and drew us review na a man contenting our day. Na Oba, Uncle Yadoma, over share Parliament also the idea when you come. Nana Jumbo man Casaya, where on a member of Parliament.
Oh, okay.
To no matter.
And Sano me ba men fucking Kalusha, no, I mean hoofing.
Yeah, very fine. Obo amemunda wase na yenjia sponsors almost sponsor program no yakofo nshira mo papa and omo mojodi enkoso kama na yenjia yana na jambo ama we will be and say na hode no eba kakara nshira no de obo media me program kakara me wo yewura online ne nation na wo ye na kwa mpo me hunu say ase papa no wo ye ne ntem do so mo ba to no 2024
yeah
and on to aba no open whole colors and tell me one ministry will be a nipa ya kwa mano one ya kada kwa finance minister ila kwa finance minister that je we pa je say eno kwa ni problem ya ham you eno kwa ni problem no be say na yiru Allah na o wa bibia na wala da wan fa ma Ghana ma peni so wonu ma peni so ba pa se be onye obi a yitinu fu and you be a customer offer.
Na say MPs no cry say omumpe Kenoverata when you need to cry when Tiomo.
So what kaka when you know one kaka no kwa no one kaka mumu say no cre so no to be asem. So no kwa some kaka make an say efa we give the video ya okoye no Fata House ya na resumare e ka ho asemi in fact asem won say Ghana ha no ma ye wo yi sebi ye die huni na wo hwe dressing ya nkofo di call even parliament house and I say presidency one mo na in fact en shem no hwe okoye kasa ho ka wo hwe video no pa wo say as a president ni na ngofo mo to nya na o mo tia some wo ka kora si o as we na confused o mo hwe na ni sa no so rapport sa rapport so sa wo dina ho keke ni na yente ana wo keke bia no mo hwe na ni sa na wo na ni ka ye hye no ni ka zem pirifo ko ni ka ko e fa na bedi na wa show we ada ko gina Ghana first house ako jam Ghana man pidini e tam ni dia ko ade ma Ghana fo so nti te yan ka se ye buye ho a na da bibia no abofuna na se obi wo ba ha bia no so bebu yen ba yan se mbuye ho na se yan ka za obi fra amrone ba na ye ne ye ba ko ho no se dia se no ho zitie bia no ne ho na ye yan ka se Ghana fo obi dress kama kwa no peso ono ma penisia kura po na eno kura po no enya possible emre bi ba ye sick cash proceed ye 100 your friend $100,000 ye say any ade u be show say Ghana men peni keke wo onso so bi sa say anyumtini oba ye ye say ne ba o man peni ba ka kire no say wo mra ena wo ba sha ne papa in the secretary no e be mo na say amam aya sam sebe obo ni ko sampa ne say yanka no kran kire Ghana for say on say de bia no openi bi ka sem bi o say ho kire bi wo man mu a enye say bia ni po boni fo na do so man na ma ho kire wo ne mu papa fo mo wo te man mu na ya omonka no yes eno na ma Ghana ye ho kire ye enti ni papa fo wo Ghana ha no bebere na ko mo no tumi di ne mo ekoso nyina no omonkasa kise ye mu bia ye de ya sacrifice ma ye o man no na ye se ye be kasa do me ye bia no omonya ye enti be ko so akasa ko pese Nyankopon e be te ye sofre na asunje be ba Ghana that's all Nyankopon shira
to parliament oboase me next destination me dru Ghana na me ba ho da CP Nyamenshira Unity Radio 1039 Anopa Bosuo so ana ya wo Ken Kalusha yenefa commercials no na ene dwudwam ne enko Ken na yene ye commercials no sama kase sisi ye ba ye be ma time kakra now dia ye LPMs ansana ya sorry minim se na wo ye Dream Africa Market wo Kumasi Africa Market but before that Mamimfa brother we call wa bresana hello mbajon wani
Opo national
yes mbajon wani
unu ebe ma komo ya medwadu Kumasi asonse
komo ya online no frɛ on WhatsApp ntina na obre no because regular call na yefa enti wo frɛ WhatsApp a wo be bre pa ti efi o chena call no ya frɛ regular call why
Mati po
asonse de me fie pa o se na me ya adwuma unim Zuria FM
FM
Zuria tisi asema make manu ensikra no obi dia bi twa na free so no enti sa na tie obi afre regular mame mbajo wani hello
Opo
yes wani o
Opo Raman
ya yuwadi wati ya yuwadi apom design afinsha pa
ma mesra wa te ko metaye Opo se bi se activate to janda na me activate an ntia o why
yeah kwai
Opo dedi ko Opo ma me mama afisha pa me cha mi na ma ni cho mi na Kalusha me ma ni theory do fun na afisha pa fin come back to na fi se blessing ye nyina da so tin kom na ye de atwa sro tu fo Nyankopon no ne Nyankopon aya mo bi pia ade be sam so how bia Nyankopon onye free akwa be ade be ye nkoso Nyankopon o man bra ya bra bom ade ye packet hello ko eye alankas eye omukwatesa ekoso hello po tiemi
Raman wo so yentem no bi o achi
ana mame kwala mu contest no na usha no kure ene ni waka no kure ho pa enkende ala tramatin ka duru ni fo ka sa ala tramatin ene na ko contest no ala tramatin na korano na ta ko mu korano funa papa no se o ni mia wa jama no na nde ba ne sai na nde ala no so ba amafo bebre ayo mo contest no ne nyina kaduma ne kadi ba enya nwanwa me se ala to mo nyina de bo ana dollar nda agura kwaforo no eye ne nwanwa na se ya she dollar tiba fam kura dollar tiba fam no po dem ya ne se no mo bo amba fam o no mo bo tina be tina na ba no ate ba kwa mi mo my Ghana mu wo ti man fo no mo Ghana no o mo ya pro opo aya come say they are normal people ba no just see ka ubi I don't think I don't have boaba from full boaba from if you see the play gina na gina the bia normal bona gina gina I don't think it me ko bata Ghana mo me say constitution no some brabimba say tin normal so and I can ba from and I say full go so what this bia no me ama be mama ata krom na o ma train nyasa.
Raman, answer that. Thank you very much. Maybe John Wayne 8638. Yes, sir.
Come on, Yamasaba should be.
Come on, your friend had your Benyana. On say now, Casana, regular course, Abekati. Almost say, yes, Utumi activity. International IDD no eno no almost say nteka sentia na wa ya no bi enna ya na mo friend voice no so isu na na
for be say number yinti na me ba o onabo alidu
say du nti aya bi za onabo alidu say du so ni mo po national me no sa tam no ka house news na me so me sports
me bisa ana me opponent na minimum na una won kai me okay so na me nuanu ma bi na ke police o
no unuanu wa odo sewa ben no
odo sewa no o reporter
no so Zuri FM
no Zuri ya
ene bia me free ono ba ho dia me free okọ Asha FM no
da bi so yima
omo nyina am say things me call Asha FM no mo ba ho
okay
me free okọ Asha na me free Asha call solid ti bia me free ono ba anyway my
for application issue na me tell the
mami o aswazi na mami Musa Kikat wo
Musa Kikat on na mkumasi ya wa na so tilimoto no so
hey aya o ne number pen number mami wa na mafi no me ni papa o
me wa number me ria we ma plan
ana baba nso e baba de na wo license office baba
so
baba no e has nipa typical
baba sha
Baba Shai they said me and my body. But Baba guy no if or radio so Baba no that I know yes driver's license agents now mo honi bi no Baba. Odo ya ma Musa Kikat obeda me case ya Musa Kikat so me mo amawu. Me body pa. We are testing number me. My intio.
Opo zerura yewura otunanu mutu. Ala nkoje chamatin. Na what an address about now already we are papa no president means na chose papa no o man panyini e woni mu said na papa na ba ko yeden e kano papa no charisma papa no to say who is president na nga se fata no o hwe na no ya o ni president o man panyi adokofo e ba America sobitia ona mu a obi nka nche o se Ghana man panyi na yeden e ba o papa na me wo se na membo no ba ono me yi mu afi ministers na sebi ama yakatua yisika sem na makoso enne na yewura sebi nka COVID-19 aba besere ma no wiase nyina ya dinkura no still ministers no yesi papa ne so no de oba o de so be de be yo so the president ko for etie yesu fre no na papa no sam ye hu se TTP ono ba o de be adwuma me enye mo wan so no de Africa we head e ba ye na o papa no de nyima wo biebi one day so to factory aso ye na o da ko farm se adwuma na egu e wa kupon wa papa no ma adwuma na ye asa peja odu tano so ebu ko no ma akasa preko wo se na o so ye de ye adwuma factory ye adwuma kama saa so na de me ko adeja na o se fertilizer also ye ne kama and the two factory na nyina egu ani shoe factory ye adwuma anu chese papa no ye obi o de wodwene Ghana fo said the be a oka so no do ba jobs nko ano ye de papa no ya adwen and no mampani kofo no mampani ananado dankwa e be ka se sika mpedede ba ono de o se adwuma ye de mpedede adwuma mpedede o se adwuma no mo less a lot of papa no dream of mine de opo so the million abos be kan no ye chairman dada honorable asalbedi akon ole wodi no holidays for America manyan tie so ba na chick ajiana ai na se me fa kwanya isuna mentia no ba bi obia wo America obia na oba so nyame nka no no ma medu aso bi timo amu ne ekomo ya be de wadu aso ase
okay yenu abema ekomo ya aso ase me feel udin nti me feel me ba mba be hwe why
Matiopo
ya that's it nyame show okay I ain't me for Kobe I can see people buzzing in by the time na so. Come here. Hey, they say Kalu asa e ko di bronya bae. Minim say Alan wave no ne ba omia wave no ne political season na erem na as I say your regular callers no come fresh no so no. Omunya mu nwura wo. Because na me hu say oluma mo ni ade nyina beka eponachi. Amafo age. Program net from himself. Raman ne Ibrahim nemze kwajopoku. Anana no jam for colesa but the nyina new ones Kwaku became patriotic voice go so ni Tobo parliament ana the free Accra ni chronom crowd on the Thomas Bachi the Utie dada yeah but I mean new people are taking up the show also remind me Olumai ayira Kalu LPM cinema na ko fandis no
LPM in terms no Anochi Chrome restaurant the restaurant with a touch Anochi Chrome aduane be na udi bi ache wo figa na udi bi ache na ensa be na wo figa na onu bi ache omo golda omo star club de no ani
club
you know omo bi ope chinchinga a confirm turkey trophy bayira ya che banku ani nkruma fufuo ani eburabunu fufuo ni light soup opo de be na ope even sa fufuo kra o betmenya bi na I watch Chrome restaurant omo bebi mienu ba ko 687 Baby Street and about 21 Level Street and now 2 Coast Square off Park Avenue. Now, okwa na person okotran didi a wetuma akotran didi o person o ye take out so wetuma take out now ko fresh no my way answer na o person o take out akoko no be ko na bibia kama 508 753 8471 508 753 8471 near Mabry Street no and they were 21 Level Street and now 2 Coast Square no 508 762 9991 Asamas Trading there okwa they be na person onkwan hu hwehwam so person onkwan hu hwehwam kwa Asamas Trading omo 1084 Main Street okwa omo fresh fish tilapia mackerel kruger red sniper pompanium Simon no bi omo ni na bi na okwa omo rere ho kama no mo twitwa pieces awpe no ma ya ma okwa turkey so omo smoke one ne bi ho and turkey wings so both smoke and fresh one omo bi ho drumstick and next so omo bi ho opa akoko na ma edin na dia bon kwan ma mo ayehwema otu obetumi akọ omo goat meat janam ponchinam ngwa nam bia pa bia ho fufuo ani bibia bibia odi 1084 Main Street ko na bibia nkonkan ye fi ho a yenko dan auto repairs se o car no ase na o shock service mo emre o brakes mo emre rattles so hu nkoso ye ko no mo sa ma car bia type car bia o so change o change o car checking jama beda so na pese o call inspection as a failure braho basa da so the last stop o buy o ye ma wa na bibia dem na kama na ko from basa da so 508 335 2667 508 335 2667 Dreams African Market mo moti na moti Lincoln Village
na moti
Lincoln Village na mo basia be
Lincoln Village West Boylston Mountain Village Gold Star Boulevard area Millbrook Street meba down about Belmont ho nyina na ade obi a wa uti we study just ba no be ho a better
man na mo ba Main Street e be di dwa na musu
Dream African Market
369 Benko Street.
It is out to Benko to so they are not pie.
Almost say a new
place. They Monica Tinsi. Monica. Say straight. Or some called Dream Africa.
Now, almost your promotion be. I don't know come on.
Aquaba promotion.
Afenomaba. It's no maybe a Becubiano, a whole African Danny Bia, body or
South Africa market, you be any
Nakokonum could be beer and to call so amount. First, I'm on my way 774-578-5204. Now, be beer to me and call and kind mount. Dr. Kwabi, Umpum, Unkasemu, Eoya, Bema. Mojma kese won paswa mo Dr. Kwabi na ade bakwa nkumbi ho opo sankuno na me pesa nkuno so okọ abojma na be bojma ya brese no ne kokodware na de sankuno sra mo hwe a we be se be ball pruman san what
sankofa cream
koye pa Dr. Kwabi was 774-386-5640 na bibia ntumi enko esoma Go Coast Catering Services,
a taste of excellence.
A taste of excellence. African Biani Bia, Oko Benyabi. Almost a Biomo restaurant, no. It's over to dine in, over to trim, no the only African restaurant I own in England a drive through. And so order there and offer drive through and Aqua, never be a Timiako. So per se, Oko Go Coast. Now order there and Sanako could do no what you are there. First number 774-420-7766. Mafe. If you are young, call Kumasi Market.
Kumasi
Market. The only African market in New England or more discount. Courtesy Unity Radio. Now, Okwa, say, Ote Adverti, Unity Radio, 5% discount. Almost the amount. Ebi obe dibiano almost say afisha papo mo no koso kodin da bibia tumi akonkan amount eti ko na no mo kokodi jare bibia Africa market Africa duani bia odi bia chibia no ko na mo so mo bi na bibia tumi enkomam Anochi Chrome Trading almost 58 and 54 Hamilton Street and I bet you are going to come African market now, but we do African market, Jabia, and 58 in order on my coastal, and so Nambia Pibia, Fish Bia Pibiano, assorted, and I'm more confirm, and so what, over and half Adaka, and I will have now, but me, I could do that. Fair Anochi Trading, 508-304-6768. Afe Lemonade Finance, sir, open sell this Kakumo Busua for. No mu ja ha obebira eno ne apaba they say
seed no asan atiahwe dollar no ho asan
den
nti ebasa na burger for no so scan kwa
na ekoso ema o
eno mo di coffee
nti user friendly na mu na bebia me send word of caution say who the address ni shemu a make sure say
eno na wo
card so now the ashemu wie na wo the bank card so shemu a but more than say wo the beshimanya say wo the be reject too but so yempo na say by Unity Radio.
So unya problem. Yeah, the only thing is Lemonade verify bank account. Inti me sign up no. Omote $1.20. And on a nipa be do ebi o omo hu sa no your friend ownership verification and the last process. Inti ebi omo 10 cents, 20 cents, $1 for account mu. Na omo bisa say sika sign na ya through account mu to call account nim. Never bo how much I tie eshim. But obi ho do na omo reading into ohu and log in e dey be shim. Typical example yeah you abema Louisa Makumensa. Yeah, Louis who ya no. Say o do no onse bi o wa busy o. Anya say busy you pay attention. Enti say na
we be so first online banking be. Nipa no be.
Oh yeah, na sisi kroma dey obi online bank. DCU or whatever bank I want. But ade ba kun so ni say me suggest am man for say who ya you should DCU account so DCU nkwa and a credit union because Bank of America na country bank say then and TD bank and a TD bank a man for complain say oh ya no multi transaction fee until the best the safest DCU just use DCU. No, yeah, used to guys. Obe use referral code OPO. Say no nya problem bia. Omo share referral code now. You see, omo nim say unim Unity Radio for. Ti ye from catch they can help you out. Okay, easy.
OPO. Yeah. Now, Master and Susan Secretary for say, my address on 61 Fremont Street.
Okay.
Now, Master and Susan and Abenya Kufi and Dixon. So, met my boy.
Oh, yeah, Nintaman San Saukan Wenya chicken. I remember.
O can't happy ma. O met me Yama. Ye. Open car toss us. Obe Homa. O met me. I Okani Yama. From all San number we so Dixon number 508 615 5390. 508-615-5390 and I could phenomenon say 508-371-0347 from no Mujana be able to me ako and kind amount now I had a median see now me first aqua way chia akotakwaku and a wife Monica and now so for year sister Mavis Boating so for year sister Mavis Boating that's it. Oh, no matter say how you mind. We be as
well police me so say na master dance commercial no de wo ye ya wo san ba wo chi san be ye biem. Wo say asa wo didi ho. Nti asa wo ya on be so be we da.
Unfinished business.
I don't you ba me. Okay, I was about Edebusi and me had more channel pa 9 o'clock and by 9:30 something. I am fan che we da no ne awobam ne nkwala no ne ade ne ana ha adwen. But ochana we'll try and get here on time. As well Penny Kofeji, special good afternoon to you. Woni oyere ohokani ahofadua oba hima sewa.
Ofa bunya de mra no nda se o to pa.
Na wa frena man afisha pa no ajibe. Yeah penny phone. Yenim said ye no Ghana isusa no sa afeso a wo shobronya atade
oso ya do to bo ba paso
yesusa no Ghana afeso a wo shobronya atade no company fo ho nante kom fie na akwadju bronya de wo ene nkwada aba mere nto asem wo ti radio susa so referring for bronya de mro
so we o de to
wa mana afisha pa disia
afisha pa eti o ka che bra na
Francis Kaswa Datus, I said the battle is the Lord's. Let's all be focused to do hard work and breaking the 8 will be done deal. Breaking the 8 is not negotiable. Kudos to Honorable Mavis Hawa Kumsen. Johnny Tex Odro Manu say yes, Oppo National, you are right. 17 times to the IMF. Haley Salas say no, this is the 17th time going to the IMF. And Tikaluna me can wake on 17. Johnny Tex I say Open National, mark my words, Alan Kojo Chiramatin will be 2025 president from Ekomeya Aswasi. Nidinia mi do. Nidinia mi de. Ekomeya. I just a common ne udana who's Ekomeya. Unza that about for the Bianomu. GTP is a movement, Alan Beba. GTP, AFA, Alan for all. It's Alan Crawford fire from all angles. So, some Obama say, God bless Chief Alan Koyucha Martin. Okay, we see our time now. Some message by Naya and Kaya Fachen or China will do justice to all the messages. Yamon Fanche and you're running out of time. Kakrani peace. Nanko fa news no family. Master Danso, One Dixon, any coffee, the Chamo coins from Kuso. Kalusha say menamu asemano ba masa danso ene me make special appeal Kalusha ba maniska me amisika bi oho me se ofama no masa danso otemenka so guys want tia na aboa want kra Dixon ne gofi be ka chro ene Kalusha botom nye de ne wa bo adwuma too much ma payola ni nsu wo de enim de otumi ye because we are done auto repairs. Okay, we have we cannot play make Jack a doll boy. This is where we bring the curtains on today's show. We are taking you straight over to Peace 104.3 for the major news bulletin. 6 p.m. in Ghana, 1 p.m. American Eastern Standard Time. The name still remains Oppo National, but remember, I couldn't have done this by myself, but with my able lieutenant, Ken Kalusha, King of Sports, aka Debbie Mima nickname I could be guy. And I fake Manucho Magandi Gaucho Margarita La Malina Mempemi Wasem Worcester Master Jesus and I Manuvian so okay I was here open I feel now I'm for sending messages Adiba now want to say no a happy new year but just one for Udianga me huni pakro because yeah Oba Sali Humcho yeah yeah enche yeah eguna kwaso na adentina oba sali efrem na oji phone di udi pie
me kasa wa na o se ba o mic
me ba kwa mo na wo se me kasa sali efra america de ji phone free me sem
no wa de mami
Karusha wo Mami chokre so phone no obone nsa Okay, we for all work and no play make jacket no boy. Yademu ko peace 104.3. News Bulletin is up next.
Sin costo, un descuento de hasta un 80% en equipos de ahorro de energía y financiamiento al 0%.